Welcome to Omaha, Nebraska, in a college baseball season that has seen a record number of home runs and star power like never before. Tonight's the breaking point. Two perennial powers, one game to add a title and bring a trophy back to Gainesville or Baton Rouge. What happens next? No one knows.
College baseball's best have come to Omaha for nearly 75 years, but never has O-Town seen an OMG series like this year. The survivors of this battle royal are two hardball titans. LSU owns 6 championships, but none since 2009. Their last title shot was ended 6 years ago by Florida. The Tigers roared in Game 1. But the Gators chomped their way through the rematch, chewing up and spitting out entire chapters of the Omaha record book.
Florida's got 24 runs, the most ever in a College World Series game.
Now, the story of an entire season comes down to one game.
We've only lost back-to-back games twice this year, so, we're going to do what we got to do.
I'm really excited. Give anything for this team to win.
What else could we possibly want but the perfect way to end a series that already has given us more than we ever could have hoped for? Florida, LSU, America. Welcome to Game 3, the game of the 2023 Men's College World Series.
Atmosphere is incredible. Weather is perfect. 80 degrees as the 2023 Men's College World Series is presented by Capital One. The wind is not blowing out at 20 miles an hour, but it is blowing out, and yesterday it led to a massive offensive explosion. There's only 2 teams left, and there's one game to play. And with that, we welcome you inside, where you see the LSU Tigers looking for their first crown since 2009. 53-17 on the season. Florida, they last won it in 17. They are 54-16. Chris Budden will join us shortly down on the field. That, of course, is Kyle Peterson, Chris Burke, and I'm Carl Ravitch. Delighted to be alongside. So yesterday, Florida put a 24-piece McNugget up here. The question is, does it carry over for them? Can LSU flush it? Florida's bats seem to be peaking right now.
Yeah, yesterday was one for the record books, right? The Florida Gators put on a show that we've never seen before here in Omaha. The wind was blowing out. It is still blowing out today. And those two dudes right there had 2 of the farthest balls we've ever seen at Charles Schwab Field. But they were led by their superstar, Jack Caglione, who hit 2 homers yesterday, one to the opposite field just to show just how strong he is. But the other one, literally the highest home run we have ever seen. And I think that puts him in a great frame of mind to take the ball today in the biggest start of his life. Immensely talented, but he can be erratic. If he has his A+ stuff tonight, the Gators have a real chance in this.
Thanks for a big challenge. Look, folks, you are watching the college version of Shohei Ohtani. Throws it about 100, hits it 100 miles an hour. LSU's got all sorts of offense. Their pitching's a little suspect right now. Their offense has to carry them.
Yeah, it does. I mean, Dylan Cruz is the guy that everybody looks to. Tommy White's had a great run here in Omaha. And for Cruz, the Golden Spikes winner this year, he did have 2 hits last night. In fact, his first 2 plate appearances, he singled in each. It just feels like he's got to be active tonight if LSU is going to be there, because ultimately you want to see this guy at the end. Paul Skeens won't start. He's the best college arm I've ever seen in my life. He's been amazing here. 21 strikeouts in 15 2/3. The plan, if he felt good before this game, was potentially to see him late. 6th, 7th, 8th inning based on matchups, or to close out if LSU has the lead.
Yeah, we will keep a camera on him all night. All eyes will be focused on Omaha tonight. It's the biggest baseball game in the world. LSU, Florida. Chance for a championship when we come back.
Somebody gotta shake things up. Somebody gotta shut things down. Somebody gotta strike the match, break the ice, and buy the first round. Somebody gotta go all night. Somebody gotta dig down deep. Mean what they say what they mean. Yeah, the way I see, might as well be me.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you get to choose from a Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, and 6-piece Mott Sticks. If that doesn't sound appealing, you might need to turn up your TV. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
Lowe's knows you never come in for just one thing.
So we've got to know a lot of things about a lot of things.
Like which mower makes the cut, the mulch that finishes the look, and picking a color that pops. You got this. We got you.
USAA? You were in the military?
No, my grandpa was. He passed membership to my mom, then me.
Huh.
Yeah, if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served, they could pass it to you.
I'll check it out.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
Affordable design, endless possibilities. IKEA.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Go to inventhelp.com. We have representatives nationwide and services to showcase your invention. Get started today. Go to inventhelp.com for free information.
Polly Pratt's wore many hats. They came from past jobs, in fact. Every time she experienced something new, her stack of hats grew. She even served turkey legs with what's on tap, all while wearing a Viking hat. Then she found a place her many hats would be embraced, and she couldn't hide the excitement from her face. So Polly traded in her hats to help her earn her grad cap. Your past experience can help you earn your degree faster and for less. Get started at phoenix.edu.
First pick of the 2025 draft, Los Angeles selects.
Dream, hustle, repeat. Municipal.
Cindy, do you think our crispy flavor will last forever?
All we have is thin crust summer, Billy.
But I love you.
No, you love the flavor of this thin, crispy crust.
I can't help it.
Peace out, Billy.
It's a hot and ready thin crust summer at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. The NCAA Men's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Down to the field, and Chris Button.
Hi, Ravi. Florida head coach Kevin O'Sullivan keeps a file folder for all the years that he's made it here. He brought those notes with him to Omaha, and when he looked at the 2017 team that won it all, he said, listen, that team had really good pitching, had really good hitting, but the other thing it did was handle the atmosphere. They played LSU in that championship series when it was a whole bunch of purple and gold. So he told his team, remember that. The other team thing that team had was team chemistry. That's the similarity he sees between the 2017 team and this one.
Similarities between 17 and now, we had to go through TCU to get here, and now we've got LSU for the final three. The crowd obviously is going to be loud and exciting, and it's something we're going to have to embrace. We talked about that in 17, but we bonded together as a group. We knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it's not going to be easy as well.
It's two blue blood programs in college baseball. I mean, there's nothing really to say about it. You got to go out there and play your best baseball at the right time to win, and we're going to have a fantastic opponent to play against with a bunch of really good pitchers, a bunch of good hitters, you know, and a good program and a good coach that's going to manage the game well. So, you know, we're very comparable in many ways, but I guess that's why we're here.
A couple of guys you might remember from that 2017 team, Brady Singer, Jackson Coar in the house to see Game 3 tonight.
Singer was outstanding in that series, 2-0, 14 innings, 17 Ks. And here he is, the modern-day Shohei Ohtani in college. Jack Tani is his nickname. And as Kyle pointed out, he gets ahead, it's a whole different ballgame. When he falls behind, the OPS against him goes up to about 1,000.
The issue really is just strikes, and that's it. 52 walks and 72 and a third this year for Caglione. He doesn't give up a lot of hits, and he's not going to give up a lot of hits. Caglione throws strikes tonight. Florida's got a real chance.
All right, so here's a wrinkle. You get to the last game, and our batting order brought to you by Capital One shows Cade Peloso, who's been their offensive star, moves all the way up to the leadoff spot.
It might seem odd, but he has their highest OPS versus left-handers, and in general, lefties have more success against Caglione than righties, so definitely something to follow in the early parts of this game.
Wind was blowing out around 20 miles an hour yesterday. It's below 10 tonight as we get set for pitch 1 of Game 3. And he drilled his first batter. Wow. An ominous start for Jack Caglione as he drills Peloso in the back.
So that's the 13th guy that Caglione has hit this year. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I would bet that the vast majority are left-handers, and the vast majority are on pitches like that. When that fastball sails, a lot of times it's arm side Cruz had been the leadoff hitter up until this point from the right side. Beloso from the left side. One pitch, and the Tigers have a base run.
And it's worth sharing. So against Oral Roberts, a 35-pitch first inning for Caglione. He ended up lasting 4 1/3, but he hit 3. He had 2 wild pitches, and he walked 3. And now the Golden Spikes Award winner, Dylan Cruz. And that is poured in there. And that is Jack Caglione, right? In a nutshell.
Right in the middle of a lefty's back, and then 98 at the knees.
Another one and a fastball, and he'll throw a bunch of those at 98, misses away. Behind him, it's Colby Halter at third base, Josh Rivera, the shortstop, Cade Curlin, Luke Heyman at second and first. In the outfield, Shelnut, Langford, Evans. And he's 6, and he's ahead 1-2 to Dylan Cruz, who has reached safely in all 70 games this year. This one is in the air to right, going back, but playable. Evans now drifting, still drifting, and it took him all the way back to the track. The wind is blowing out to dead center, but that one got up in the air, and it found a bit of a pocket and kept riding all the way to the track.
Yeah, that's a ball that yesterday would have been a homer. That's how crazy the wind was here at Charles Schwab Field, and today about 5 feet short, but if you get it up in the jet stream, it has a shot to go out from foul pole to foul pole today still. Maybe not 50-degree homers like we saw yesterday, but it's going to play offensive.
Shadows are a factor this time of day here in Omaha, and you can see Tommy White standing in the shadows. Caglione's ball goes through the sun. That's fouled off the catcher, B.T. Riopel. LSU lost back-to-back only twice this season. And in a College World Series in which we have seen a record-tying number of 1-run games and that 20-run blowout, tonight is a bit of a mystery. And the starting pitcher always can play a big role. Caglione's ahead of White, a home run threat, and that's a great pitch off speed. 0-2. There is Paul Skeens. We'll keep an eye on him, and in particular his feet. Literally, does he have sneakers on, or will he put on some spikes? Sneakers right now. Set up outside, and he got him. Boy, what a bounce back here from Caglione after drilling Beloso. He gets Cruz to fly out and White to punch out.
So you're not going to hit that one very often. And that's after the changeup. And the changeup from a swing and miss standpoint is actually his best pitch. Then he comes back with 99 arm side run on the outside black. So the first pitch hits Beloso in the belt. Since then, Caglione has been locked in.
The first baseman is Trey Morgan. 308 in the World Series with a couple of doubles and a triple. Woo! Not an easy one to get out of the way of. That was 99 at your chin.
So Caglione's average fastball velo is 94.7. Early on, it's been a bunch of 97s and up. So he's obviously got a little extra juice flowing today.
You can take 2 miles off of it and dot it. That's pretty impressive. 97. He has said, man, he wants to do both at the next level until an organization says no. That's high. Way inside. Thought it had a better chance of hitting him than he did of hitting it.
This is a challenge with Caglione, right? Do you go up there aggressive, ready for a fastball, or do you let him kind of work around the zone?
Same spot.
So that's 4 balls, right? Like, this is the hard part from an offensive approach is can you look at this ump cam right there? That one's coming right in your living room. Such an uncomfortable at bat.
A slider away here, or you just go back to your heat on a 2-2. Wow, he buckled him down. He went swinging at one on his fists again. Jack Caglione hits the first guy and then finds another gear. 2 punch-outs to end the top of the first.
This is Francisco Lindor, the sweet swing and switchy with a trademark smile and a maestro on the diamond. He was born to flash the leather. Give us Francisco Lindor on Sunday Night Baseball.
Here at Rouse's, we have our own brands of products, which you'll find down every aisle of our stores. These are the best quality at the best price. They compare to the national brands we sell, but at a lower cost. Most are made right here, but we travel the world too. And we personally taste test and guarantee every item. So if our name's on the label, you can trust it's good. Rouse's brand, best quality at the best price.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or get $4,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Super Chevy dealers.
Florida Gator fans, they know we're coming in, we're chomping, we're going to hit the ball over the wall. They're 14 homers in the College World Series, 5 more than any team since we moved down to Charles Schwab in 2011. That guy, he won it in 17, and it's not necessarily Langford or Caglione or Rivera. It's Ty Evans, as our batting order is brought to you by Capital One.
Ty Evans, the most homers ever, tied for the most homers ever. I don't think anybody had that one coming in. So Florida offense feeling very good about themselves here coming into this one.
They're going to get the right-hander Thatcher Hurd, who pitched in Thursday's game against Wake Forest, come out of the bullpen through the last 3 innings, mid-90s. I think the question today is how far can he go, and then ultimately, where do you go after it for the Tigers? There's plenty to like. It's a mid-90s fastball with a whole lot of carry. So that four-seamer at the top of the zone is the one that today, similar to Ty Floyd, the Gators are going to have to force down to the zone.
And that Thursday game you mentioned, that was when the ball was handed over from Skeets. So he had a high bar to live up to, and he certainly did. Still trying to get over the fastball inside to Trey Morgan, which sent him down to a knee after he swung at it. As Cade Curlin steps in, he's the freshman out of Tampa, Florida. Graduated a year early, enrolled in 22, been a starter since about a month into the season. Corner strike one from Hurd. UCLA transfer. Very well could be in the weekend rotation next year. One ball, one strike. Everyone is talking about Skeens and his availability. To your point, he just pitched on Thursday. And they got to keep an eye on how much they can get out of Thatcher Hurd. Riley Cooper wasn't here yesterday. He is here, and he is available. And the first breaking pitch misses down and away.
LSU has the arms available today to totally flip the script from what happened here yesterday. There's no reason they can't go out there and pitch at a very high level with the arms available to them tonight.
And that ball is smoked into left center field by Cade Curlin. Good sign on a ball that was up. He turns it around, his 6th hit in Omaha.
And the freshman swinging a bat with a little more confidence as this week has gone on. That's a four-seamer up, and that is a bullet right through the middle of the field. 106-mile-an-hour liner to get the Gators started, and now Wyatt Langford, who was as hot as you could possibly be yesterday.
5 hits.
That's good.
Is that any good? He's hitting .381 here in Omaha. 8 for 21, 4 doubles, couple of homers, 7 runs batted in, and he challenged him with a fastball at 96 to get ahead 0-1. Not a bad week for Langford. He has now the 2 longest home runs ever hit during the World Series. 449 yesterday, 456 earlier. He's not going to come back and had the spin that he would have had it not been far enough outside the field of play. And there they are. The common theme is 2023.
Yeah, he's got 6 balls hit this week at 105 or harder. Nobody else has more than 4. One of the best ball strikers you will ever see right here.
diving stop on Alex Milazzo. A diving stop to make sure it doesn't get to the backstop.
Not only did he go airborne, but
he's like an acrobat.
This is like pretty. And he blocked it right into his glove. You could try that 100 times. You couldn't do that again, but he nailed it there.
Langford will be a top 5 pick in the draft this year, and another great effort, but this time the runner takes off, and Curlin read it beautifully. He's in scoring position with nobody out.
Got to take the free ones. This isn't a Florida team that steals a lot of bases, but you do have to be prepared for the ball in the dirt. Cade Curlin, well done right there, reading the trajectory of that baseball and being aggressive, moving into scoring position for the Gators.
Yeah, and because Langford is such a good hitter and a good fastball hitter, that's what's led to the last 2 pitches. The impact of Langford at that plate has Curlin in scoring position. Michael and Maria, his mom and dad, got the camera going, got the mental camera going. And something down the right field line, which requires an umpire to go out there and move it. Florida off a game in which they scored 24, and you can see how they did with men in scoring position and men on, and he will not chase that.
That's a big-time take right there, because you think after a couple breaking balls in the dirt that maybe you're getting a fastball, but with first base open, wouldn't surprise me if they continue to nibble to Langford.
He hung one. That ball is ripped down the line in left. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Wow. Wyatt Langford is scalding hot. It's 2-0 Gators. Have a World Series. Wyatt Langford. His 3rd home run at Omaha.
He is now 6 for his last 6 with 2 homers and 8 ribbies, and that's a hanging breaking ball. And it is a pointed fair, Wyatt. Pointed fair for the folks. A bomb to left field. And the Gators just keep it rolling. Can you imagine a team ever being hotter than Florida is right now?
Certainly not an individual. Boy, is Wyatt Langford having an amazing World Series. And here's Caglione, and that breaking pitch misses. So Hurd early trouble. Gators 24 runs yesterday and 2 here in the first. Still nobody out. Caglione got him up in the wind yesterday and left the building. A fastball there with some good movement on it. 1-1. Two home run Sunday for the pitcher and 3-hole hitter. Went down the middle of the plate. He missed that one.
You look at the swing and miss and where Thatcher Hurd gets it. He gets it up in the zone. He actually gets it in the middle of the zone, too. That fastball has that much carry that guys just have a hard time squaring it up.
Yeah, he went and elevated again, and that's a punch out of Jack Caglione. You saw Griffin Herring starting to get a little loose out there in the bullpen. I mean, the leash is going to be very short for all the pitchers tonight. When I asked Kevin O'Sullivan about Jack Caglione's leash, he said, well, he determines that. I don't bring a leash to the ballpark. The pitcher tells me how long my leash is going to be. And now the shortstop, Josh Rivera.
Outside.
Went hard, but he missed. 6'2", 215. Avon Park, Florida, 6'24", 250 batting average. He's got a couple of homers and a double. The red hot Wyatt Langford, the center fielder. Has given Florida a 2-0 lead in the 1-1. Hasn't been able to land his breaking pitch, and the one that he did hang was banged out of the ballpark.
The one that he did land took a while for it to land again.
That's right.
You're looking at the swings that he's getting against the fastball. They have to be second-guessing the pitch selection there to Langford on a 3-2 count after they had thrown him 3 in a row. They went back to the well one more time. Well, he looked right on time for that breaking ball.
He chased one that was way out of his zone, and Morgan came off the bag. He's going to be safe. Boy, that was an interesting play by Trey Morgan, who seemed to think he was going to have to go get that baseball when it was right to Thatcher Hurd. Oh, they call him out at first base. Wow. He run into the baseline.
He interfered by running out of the way.
And I can hear him say to the coach,
here's the problem with this rule, okay? The entire base is in fair territory. The entire base. So when you get close to first base, where are you supposed to go? You got 45 feet. And then at that point, you're supposed to be in foul territory.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, but he hit the middle of the bag.
And he was safe anyway, by the way. He had beat that throw, and I'm with you. He's in the middle of the base.
Yes. It's physically impossible. It's not physically impossible, but it makes no sense to run in foul territory for the second 45 feet and then hit first base with your left foot. That's the part of this. If you're 10 feet in front of the bag and this happens, I get it. But not right at the base. It's something that we got to look at with this rule because it's just not realistic.
Billy Van Rapphorst is the home plate umpire, and as he consults with all the other umps.
The call in the field of out because of runner's lane violation is being challenged by Florida. The play is under review.
And you make a very good point. And the other part of this is ultimately when they look at it, the only thing that was impacted was Morgan's ability to catch the ball, but he may have put himself out of position. Watch his first move here.
Yeah, he goes towards the ball, then he comes back to the base. By the time Hurd gives it up, Rivera's actually going to be safe.
He doesn't touch the ball. He doesn't touch the glove.
Obviously, he's out of the runner's lane. He's out of the runner's lane. Now he's back on the line. His last step, he's on the line.
Yeah, that's a no call for me.
I think you're right, Ravi. If Trey Morgan goes right to the base initially, he's in a better position. Third gives him that ball easier or quicker, and that's an out. And we're probably not having this discussion.
Out, they lose one, correct? After review, the call in the field is confirmed. The runner is out. It's a runner's lane violation. Florida is charged with one challenge.
It's a bad rule. And I'm okay if you do it for, say, the 45-foot line until 10 feet before first base. But at that point, if you are on the line, running to a base that is entirely in fair territory, I don't know what else you want somebody to do. It's interpreted the right way in this case?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, it's 50-50. I just don't like the rule.
Batter runner advancing to first base. He is required to run in foul territory. And in the event that the runner physically interferes with the ability of the play to be made, they will call interference. Again, there was a variety of things that led to the inability of them to make the play. I would think that the runner part of it was a very small one, if any. In any event, it's an out, and there are two down.
Outside.
B.T. Ryapel has struck out 11 times. He's also gone deep 3 times. And he's ahead 2-0 on Hurd. And this ball is popped up and playable. Cruz is the guy who's coming in from center field, and he's under it, and he makes the play. Very typical of this World Series, a whole bunch of things going on, including something we have now seen 3 times. Wyatt Langford. He's pointing. Mom and Dad are rolling fingers. We're touching them all. And it's 2-zip through 1.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Good choice. My lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Hello?
Sweet, my Pizza Hut order's here.
What are you guys?
We're turtles. Well, technically, mutant turtles.
Mikey,
you know we're not supposed to bring humans down here.
You want me to just stroll right into a world-renowned culinary institution like Pizza Hut? I had to order delivery.
Makes sense.
Definitely.
Nice. You're right.
What they say is true. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
I'm Mikey, and I sound like a commercial.
The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut, just $13.99.
Now that sounds like a commercial.
Can I help you?
I wanted to mail this.
Okay. Layla is our messenger pigeon. What?
Oh my God.
This is mostly secure. Mostly. Fairly secure. Yes, sir.
This is crazy.
You know what else is crazy? That SMS text that he's sending? It's unencrypted. Other people might see your text just like other people might see that letter.
You're kidding.
No.
For more coverage of the NCAA Men's College World Series and interactive brackets, go to ncaa.com. It's your official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. It's some kind of performance in front of a very purple crowd here. LSU is in the house, and they have been all week. It's a different atmosphere when the Tigers are here. Heck, it's different when they're not here, because there's still a whole bunch of LSU fans that expect the team to be here. Now, the Tigers and their faithful are going to have to rally out of a hole against Caglione. It'll be Gavin Dugas, Braden Jobert, and Jordan Thompson, the shortstop. Caglione drilled Beloso. He ends it with a couple of punch-outs, and the count is correct. It's 2-0. They held a time violation on Caglione, so a ball was given, and now it's 2-0 to Dugas, who's left the yard twice.
All three.
And it's 3-0. Pitch clock starts at 20. When it gets below 12, you'll see it on your screen. And that's a 3-pitch walk, but it's a walk because of the violation. So for the second straight inning, the leadoff man is aboard. Braden Jobert will come up. He's the right fielder. After that, it's Thompson and Pearson, who are combined 3 for 52.
I would not be surprised here if Jobert takes to at least a strike. The lefties, Morgan saw 1 strike, even though he ended up striking out. Beloso wore one right in the middle of his back. That's a ball 1 there.
Well, KP, as a pitcher, it seems like when he's throwing 98, 99, the control is in there. And as soon as he comes into the mid-90s, it's just a much better control.
96 at the knees still works.
Sure. That one gets by, and that's going to send Dugas down to second base.
I guess that one will go as a wild pitch, but that's a play I think BT Rypel expects himself to make. Looked like he just assumed he could pick that one right there and ends up giving up a free 90 to Gavin Dugas.
Rypel has done this a handful of times during this College World Series. He is a terrific communicator and leader, as all catchers tend to be, but this guy has been able to recognize the moment.
Yeah, he's different. This kid is as much of a coach as just about anybody the Gators have on their actual coaching staff. He does a fantastic job of trying to control the heartbeat of this pitching staff, especially Caglione, who he has to work through a lot of early game jitters with.
So Rypel out of Marietta, Georgia, goes back behind the dish. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dugas at second. Next one to Joe Barry. He challenges him up top at 97. He got him. 2-2. Langford is shaded towards left. Right center is open, and he yanked that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The other way, off the glove, it looked like a halter in left field. Joe Bear will be held at third base. And a good hard hit the other way from Joe Bear, and it is first and third, nobody out.
Well, that was pretty right there. Tim Mulkey digging that swing. A rocket to the backside of the field for Braden Jobert, who has struggled here of late, but hit a homer in his last at bat yesterday, and that is about as pretty as it gets right there. Opponents hitting just 170 against Jack Caglianone's fastball. That's how you keep your nose down and use the backside of the field. And here come the Tigers right back out.
What an opportunity here for Jordan Thompson. He's got everybody behind him now. It's been a struggle for him, both offensively and in the field, and what a great moment. An opportunity for Thompson, the shortstop.
First pitch changeup. That's pretty cool. You got LSU fans on their feet right now, and they know how important Jordan Thompson's been to this team all year, and they know how much he struggled since he's come here to Omaha, but one night can change all that.
Back-to-back changeups, and ahead of that, 0-2. Halter had been even with the bag, and now they play him straight up. Dugas at third, Joe Bear at first, and he delivers. Jordan Thompson, his second hit in Omaha. It plates Dugas, and listen to the crowd in a 2-1 game. He had been 1 for 30.
Every RBI feels good, Ravi, but that one is extra special for the Tigers shortstop. I mean, an 0-2 count with the run 90 feet away, and he hits a rocket into left to get the Tigers on the board.
And the threat continues. First and second, Pearson, the left fielder. He squares, pulls it back, and that's a 96 on the corner for a strike.
Now, this is interesting here, right? Because Caglianone is an exceptional fielder. So if you're Pearson, you really need to get this ball to third base and try to make Halter come in and field it.
Oh, 2. Pearson made a tremendous catch against Florida in left field on a ball that was smoked to keep his team in it, and they ultimately won that game. It was a game-saving catch. Now 0-2. Like Thompson, Pearson has had a hard time here in Omaha. Just 2 hits, 22 at-bats. On the ground, fielded will go to second for 1. Back to first, nobody's there. So they get the runner heading to second base in Thompson. Joe Bear goes to third, Pearson aboard.
Nice job there by the freshman Luke Heyman. That was not an easy play. Heyman doesn't play a ton of first base, only when Caglianone pitches, and that was a tough hop, but he did a nice job of keeping his poise and ripping a strike to Josh Rivera to keep the double play in order and eliminate a runner from scoring position.
For LSU, you take that trade right there. I mean, if you can push somebody up 90 feet, and I know he squared the bunt early. I don't know if he was bunting or if he was taken, but left on left with Pearson still did his job to get Joe Bear to third base.
See if the Tigers go safety squeeze here.
With Alex Milazzo. tried it, and he fouled it into the mitt for strike one.
Perfect pitch, too. Fastball right down the middle. You're always trying to hit the top of the ball when you're bunting. He just really came right over the top of that one.
7 sacrifices, the most on this team, and he tries again. Oh, good catch that time by Rayapal. Kind of stabbed at it and was able to land it.
Inside.
Back.
Well, Luke Heyman's coming downhill the way Trey Morgan did the other day against Wake Forest. He is flying down the first baseline. That one just inside from Milazzo. Interesting that he's so far back in the box. Usually when
back foot's out the box.
Yeah, usually when you're bunting, I know this guy's throwing hard, but usually when you're bunting, you want to get yourself all the way to the front of the box, give yourself more fair territory to work with.
Beloso, not Dylan Cruz, was on deck. Beloso inserted into the 1 spot in the lineup. Kevin O'Sullivan talks into the walkie-talkie, sends the pitch call to his catcher, and a 3-1. Milazzo fouled it off to the right. Runner goes, that's way high, ball 4, and that will load the bases. Not close on the 3-2 pitch. And the arms start to head out to Florida's bullpen. Kevin O'Sullivan starts to head to the mound.
See Blake Purnell headed out there, Cade Fisher, Ryan Slater.
Picarato's gone out there.
Yeah. He was so good yesterday. I was surprised that we see him again in this one, but he was fantastic yesterday.
One of the biggest challenges with Caglione is it can be so good, and then it can go sideways so quick. And this is not a night where you can afford to have a lot of patience with things like that. That's why you see that activity, or at least movement, down in the Gator bullpen already. And they got plenty of options. From a bullpen standpoint, Florida's bullpen should be ready to go, but there isn't anybody that is an option that has the stuff of the guy on the mound. He's just got to corral it.
So a two-way player, a superstar who has been constantly asked about his own aspirations and dreams, and has talked about the fact that he's got another year of this. What he's interested in is helping his guys who are going to leave get a championship. They're loaded for Beloso, who's had a terrific series. He got drilled in the back his first time up and looks at a slider for strike 1.
Yeah, he's throwing a little tighter cutter. We've seen a few of those
I like
at 91.
That.
Yeah.
Six RBIs for Cade Beloso. Here in Omaha, that's down. Joe Bear is at third base. You got Josh Pearson at second base, and Milazzo the catcher at first base. In a 2-1 ball game with 1 out. They've got 1 in the inning. And the Gators did not go out to the bullpen to just sit around and watch. There's double-barreled action going right now. Second time he's been hit. That brings in a run, and this game is tied. Here we go. Looks like he got him right on that forearm. And Beloso is at first base for the second time.
That's miserable. Hit him on the inside of his left elbow. Fastball just covered it. No, it's his wrist. Hit off his chest.
May not have been exactly the way that Jay Johnson thought putting Beloso in the leadoff spot would work. Maybe it was.
Yeah.
But ultimately, he's been on base both times, and that one drives in another one to tie this one up.
And now you have the double threat of Cruz and Tommy White. And the game seems to be speeding up right now for Jack Caglione on the mound.
You better be careful right here. Cruz just missed one his first at bat.
I like that one. I like leaning on that. He throws his changeup for a strike much more comfortably than he does any other pitch. And against righties, it's absolutely his best pitch.
Okay. 2 balls and a strike, and the misses have been bad. But you can see he's missed arm side most of the game, especially with his heater. 30 pitches have been thrown this inning. And this is arm side again, and this is a brutal spot for Caglione and the Gators with Dylan Cruz up in a hitter's count.
Honestly, right here, a walk's better than grouping one. It's not the end of the world to give up one.
LSU takes the lead on the walk, and Kevin Sullivan has likely seen enough from Jack Caglione on the mound. So the Tigers up 3-2. Well, Kyle, that was the concern you voiced at the top. When it's right, it's outstanding. When it's wrong, it's sideways. In this inning, a walk. It was a wild pitch. A couple of singles, a sacrifice, a walk, a hit batter, and another walk. They'll bring in Fisher to try to get out of this mess. With Tommy White coming up.
I'm Jason. I'm living with HIV, and I'm on Cabenuva. It helps keep me undetectable.
For adults who are undetectable, Cabenuva is the only complete long-acting HIV treatment you can get every other month.
Cabenuva is 2 injections given by my healthcare provider every other month. It's really nice not to have to rush home and take a daily HIV pill.
Don't receive Cabenuva if you're allergic to its ingredients or if you're taking certain medicines which may interact with Cabenuva. Serious side effects include allergic reactions, post-injection reactions, liver problems, and depression. If you have a rash and other allergic reaction symptoms, stop Cabenuva and get medical help right away. Tell your doctor if you have liver problems or mental health concerns, and if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or considering pregnancy. Some of the most common side effects include injection site reactions, fever, and tiredness. If you switch to Cabenuva, attend all treatment appointments. Ready to treat your HIV in a different way? Ask your doctor about every other month Cabenuva.
Every other month, and I'm good to go.
Claire stayed in this amazing hotel and paid this much for her room. Jess stayed in the same hotel and paid a lot less. How? Let's go back. While Claire found her hotel on her usual booking site, Jess found her deal on Trivago. Have a look-see, Claire. Trivago compares hotel offers from major booking sites so you can find the best deal for you. Hotel Trivago.
We're back in Omaha, and a sticky situation for Florida. LSU's got the bases loaded. Caglione out of the game. He will stay in as the DH. He will not go in to play first base. Then they'd lose their designated hitter. So he is responsible for the guys that are on base. 46 pitches, just an inning and a third. And he turns it over to lefty Cade Fisher. The last pitched against LSU went 3 1/3. He allowed 4 hits, gave up 1 run. It was earned. And there was a home run hit in that game off Cade Fisher.
By Tommy White on a 2-strike slider that tied the game up. And this is where the Gators led 3-2. And Cade Fisher trying to spike a back foot breaking ball, doesn't get it there. And Tommy White launches it into the left field seats. That tied it at 3. Eventually, Cade Peloso would be the hero in the 11th. And now Tommy White gets another chance, this time with some runners on.
So you have 3 runners on, and one of the most dangerous hitters in Omaha at the plate is Tommy White. Transfer named Tommy Tanks, about to be a hero again. Ooh, he looked at that first one and liked it. And fouled it back.
But the confidence in Fisher for Kevin O'Sullivan. And the last time he was out there, this guy hit him in the seats. Now we're going to bring freshman in this situation when you got the bases loaded and 1 out in the second inning. Game 3 of the finals.
Sorry.
One ball and a strike from Fisher. 6'4", 215 out of Dalton, Georgia. 1-1. That's way outside. 2 balls and a strike, and no advancement in the count away from Riopel. On the ground, and it is a foul ball.
Foul ball, foul ball, foul ball, foul ball.
Wasn't fouled by much.
Foul ball.
It's David Savage, our third base umpire down there. We do have umpires down the line, too, and left and right. Needed them yesterday on some of those high fly home runs that ended up scraping the clouds and somehow getting over the fair pole down the left field line. I heard you refer to it as a fair pole, so that's why I went there.
See where you're going there?
It's like a fair pole and a foul bag, right?
That'd be a good combination. Yes.
Couple of deep breaths from the freshman Fisher, who has come on in a bases loaded situation. Second inning, LSU up by a run with them loaded. Now the count goes full again.
You gotta shove it in there against Tommy White. He's just so good on the ball away.
We go again. He hits it hard. That's in the hole. That's good. That brings in Pearson. Milazzo puts the brakes on. White's got a 6 RBI. And the LSU Tigers lead it by 2. It is hard to get one past Tommy White.
He was trying to.
Yep.
And honestly, he did it. And that's on the inner third of the plate for sure. Got it on his hands a little, but not a ton. It was 100 off the bat for Tommy White. Elevated enough. It was a little bit easier for him to get to it. That's his 103rd run driven in this year.
Trey Morgan to the seats down the third baseline. Foul ball. 103 runs batted in the college season for Tommy White. He set a freshman home run record at NC State. Fisher working quickly, and he gets Morgan to swing and miss at that. Four runs here in the inning. Caglione watching as the starter's been replaced. Morgan does a terrific job of spoiling that one. That started probably behind him.
Yeah, you see him choking up on that bat. He's going to get into a broad base, and this dude can grind out an AB with the best of them.
0-2. He delivers to center field. Langford is there. He'll make the play. Should be an easy tag for Beloso, and also moving up from second is Milazzo. 5-2 Tigers on the sack from Trey Morgan. So it's Dylan Cruz at third base. The job was done there. Another RBI, and anytime you can add a run, man, it is huge. And the whole Paul Skeens thing still looming large over this now that LSU has grabbed a lead. Gavin Dugas.
On Paul Skeens' watch down here in the LSU dugout, he is not down here, and he has not been down here for the last 30 minutes.
What do you think we got there, KP?
You probably having cereal or something.
Two strikes on Dugas. Spoiled one. Good at bats from LSU here. Caglione helped him out a lot. But White got around on a ball that was deep. And there's very, very good speed at third base on a ball that's anywhere, even on the infield. Here's one on the infield, and that's going to be an infield hit. It rolls through to the outfield. Another run comes in. Dugas, a 2-out, 2-strike RBI. 6-2 Tigers.
Tigers have made this inning pay off, right? As you said, Ravi got gifted a ton of free passes, but the situational hitting has been fantastic. White, sac fly from Trey Morgan. Now Dugas reaches out and rolls one through the 6-hole, and a 6 spot here in the second by the Tigers.
Outside.
Ball 1 to Braden Jobert. Well, anybody that was worried about the hangover of a 24-4 thrashing, that's now been flushed. That's ripped. That's into right field. Fielder has it. We'll put the brakes on. Wow, they throw back to third base. I thought White had a chance to score on that. As Evans picked it up, they held.
I don't know.
White at third.
I don't know how you hold him right there. I know it's hit hard, but Evans had to go to his glove side. Ty Evans was not even throwing this ball.
No.
I mean, he had conceded the run in right field. Number 2 outs. That's shocking that White was held.
Yeah, he was going to score without a play.
Yeah.
As you said, Ty Evans is not even attempting to throw Tommy White out at home. And nice job there by obeying the third base coach and putting the brakes on. But that's a missed chance there by the Tigers.
They're loaded one more time. Thompson.
1-1.
Jordan Thompson, who delivered a single and an RBI in this inning. His second hit in Omaha. It was a big one. Do even more damage now. It's 2-0. Feels like it's moving real quick right now for everything about it. And Fisher's tempo is contributing to it.
Just got to figure out a way to get off the field.
2-0 to Thompson, right down the middle, 2-1.
They're going to throw some punches on offense themselves. They just got to get out of this thing.
That ball is hit to center field, and it is fairly deep, but Langford is under it. And Thompson flies out, but they end up with 6. 5 hits in the inning, and a bunch of 2-strike, 2-out magic for Skeens, White, and the Tigers. They lead by 4.
For every purpose, for every path, for every soul, for every season, there's a Ram.
During the Ram 4th of July sales event, get 10% below MSRP on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Wendy's is open until midnight or later. So give in to those cravings. Get that Baconator.
Give me one honk if you want a Baconator. Let me get that beat for 6 strips of bacon. Oh, there it is. When I say bacon, you say 8 or bacon.
Woo! Let me get a toot on the mega.
All right.
Okay. Now, when I say...
Dude.
Sorry.
When the craving strikes, go night mode and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Baconator.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. Stay off the freeways.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Tony, let's go out to dinner.
I'm in. I love my new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Just step in and go.
Maybe we should just stay in.
Easy to take off, too. You don't even have to bend over.
Wait, let's go someplace fancy.
They also come in max cushioning for ultimate comfort. Try new max cushioning hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Huge inning for the LSU Tigers. They knock Caglione out of the game, and they put up a 6 spot in the top of the second. A couple of minutes ago, we sent our cameras down below, and that's the body of Paul Skeens.
Hey, now.
got no socks. He's got no shoes on those feet, so he's throwing down some. He's making a change, it appears.
He's got the AirPods in. Like, it looks like he's in his pregame routine there. Not eating cereal, KP.
No, I just finished.
Lucky Charms and on to the pregame routine.
Here's Luke Heyman now as Florida has to chip away at a 4-run deficit. Heyman, Evans, helmet against Thatcher Hurd. All right, 2-0. I think Riley Cooper and a bunch of other guys walked out to that LSU Tiger bullpen. Skeens obviously hasn't, but they got Herring, they got Griffin. Cooper's been a revelation here in Omaha. 2-0. And shows that as a strike. Luke Heyman wasn't too thrilled with that call. .321 on the year. 12 home runs for Heyman. That's been the pitch. That's been the Florida kryptonite.
Where he wants to live. And if he's getting the high strike called, then obviously that makes Hurd's night even better.
Threw a wicket breaking pitch. Second strikeout.
Ty Evans got to the College World Series with 4 homers. You know how many homers he has here?
He has 4.
And this is the 6 homers the Gators hit yesterday. A couple of them obviously off the screen. Now this is for the week. 15 homers in the College World Series, the most in Charles Schwab Field history. Fireworks.
You get fireworks. You get 15 home runs. You get fireworks.
You deserve fireworks. Yeah. Right by him at 95. This is Evans, the right fielder. You get a 6-run bump. All of a sudden, Thatcher Hurd's got a little adrenaline working.
All foul.
Thatcher Hurd wanted to be a catcher when he started his baseball life. He was really after Arizona's Cesar Salazar. That's who he wanted to model himself after. A 1-2, he pulled it, and he wanted to play for Jay Johnson. He went to an Arizona camp one summer with his buddy Tommy Splain. Hurd wasn't great at the camp. Splain did much better. They both wanted to be two-way players, but Johnson remembers seeing Hurd throw a slider and said, you know what, that guy right there, he's not a catcher. He's going to be a pitcher. Lo and behold, Johnson ends up at LSU, and here is Hurd. And this is a sky-high pop-up. Pearson in left and Thompson going out. Thompson's under it and he makes the play. It's not something I would assume, guys, that Paul Skeens would do if he was not thinking about being used tonight.
No. He'd be on in his turfs cheering on the fellows, but right now he's in pregame mode. There's no doubt about it. That's a dude getting ready to grab the rock.
Tyler Shelnut. Yep, that's a good pitch in there for a strike. During COVID, Thatcher and his brother Logan, another pitcher, they got the keys to a pitching facility with all the technology, TrackMan, etc. And that really is what hooked him on pitching. And he, right now, looks like somebody who's teaching a master class.
I mean, the carry on his fastball is among the top 5% in all of college baseball, and he has really learned how to utilize it and just live right at the top of the zone. 0-2.
And he does not get the chase.
He's 1 strike away from throwing a shutdown inning out there, which is what every pitcher wants to do after their team puts up a crooked number. 6 for the Tigers to start this inning. 3 up, 3 down. Give them all the momentum.
Mission accomplished. A wicked curveball from Thatcher Hurd. Picks up 2 punches in the inning. He's got 3 in the game. We're through 2, and the Tigers got a 4-run lead. No
number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
When you buy Spectrum Mobile for just $29.99 a month, you get a second line for free. So get one line for yourself and a free line for your devoted friend. Or you can get one line for yourself and one line for your kid.
Sold.
Or both lines for yourself. I use one for business and another for business. I do a lot of business. Get one line of unlimited for $29.99 and get a second line free for 12 months. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
2009, that of course is the last LSU title, Paul Maneri and company. As he followed in Skip Bertman's shoes, he was able to get one. The Gators came in 2017, and we saw Kowar and Singer, and there is Paul Maneri being asked, among other things, what it's like to win the whole thing. No one's ever won it in their second year, and that's what Johnson's trying to do in the first pitch swing, and this one is going to be playable. In foul territory, not an easy catch at all, but the catch is made by Colby Halter, and that's a one pitch out for Pearson, and that's kind of big right there for Fisher on the mound.
Wow, after last half inning, yeah. That's exactly what the freshman left-hander was hoping for right there, an easy, low-maintenance out.
Strike one to Milazzo.
Outside.
What Florida has going for it, too, off of that big 24-4 run. That one misses high. 7 of the last 10 teams that forced a game 3, including the last 5, won game 3. So there is something to the win of game 2, follow it up in game 3, as that's in there to even it up at 2-2.
Oh, they had all the momentum, right? Slugger hits a 2-run homer in the first, but so many free passes to start the second.
Just missed up on a breaking pitch to go full 3-2. And then it is back to the top of the order for the 3rd time. Fisher lost him. In a world where free passes really hurt you, they've given away too many and hit batters. And now you're dealing with Beloso and Cruz again. Breaking pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, the 6 runs that scored in that second inning. 4 of them were free passes. 3 walks, and Beloso was hitting the wrist.
And a big theme of the first 2 games, even though LSU split in those first 2 games, was LSU's inability to come up with some big hits. But starting with Jordan Thompson and Tommy White, Gavin Dugas, they were able to come up with some clutch RBI-based knocks in the second.
Beloso, that is just foul. Under the glove of the diving Heyman, the foul.
Playing with fire, you let this LSU team have too many base runners. That one was just foul.
Also going to get through a bat without getting punked. Strikes out.
Slider's good, especially against lefties. And that's what Cade Vischer was kind of leaning on that at bat against Beloso. Goes right back to it. You can see the dot on that slider coming in. Beloso all the way out front. Strikes out for the second out of the inning.
And now the very dangerous Dylan Cruz. And that slider, Berkey's a little different. That ball got thrown over his head. It was backed up there by Curlin, but that slider against righties a little different than against lefties.
Well, he's got to get it in there, right? Yeah, I mean, from lefties, you got the conviction to throw it because it's going away from their body, right? It's right-handers. Sometimes it's hard to throw it that much sweep because you're afraid to hit him. And so far, he's tried to go in twice to Dylan Cruz with fastballs, and he's missed to his arm side, which is to the outside part of the plate with both of them.
Oh! Cruz popped out to right to the warning track, then walked and scored on a 2-1. That ball is ripped into right field. It's going to get down in front of Evans. He fires it back in, but that's the beauty of Dylan Cruz. He and Tommy White are amongst the best in the country at going the other way with some authority.
You got to get the ball in. Look where Raipel set up, right? He's set up in, and that ball's just hanging out over the plate. 107-mile-an-hour BB into right field. And honestly, he's lucky he got that one back because that is right in the go zone for Dylan Cruz. Some regards fortunate it's just a single.
Kevin O'Sullivan sees White coming up. That bullpen door is open. And the lefty Fisher. Night is over. Slater coming in, third pitcher of the game for the Gators. There's 2 men on, there's 2 men down. Florida trying to keep it a 4-run deficit.
For every purpose, for every path, for every soul, for every season, there's a Ram.
During the Ram 4th of July sales event, get 10% below MSRP on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Hello? Sweet, my Pizza Hut order's here.
What are you guys?
We're turtles. Well, technically, mutant turtles.
Mikey, you know we're not supposed to bring humans down here.
You want me to just stroll right into a world-renowned culinary institution like Pizza Hut? I had to order delivery.
Makes sense.
Definitely.
Nice. You're right.
What they say is true. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Oh, I'm Mikey, and I sound like a commercial.
The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut, just $13.99.
Now that sounds like a commercial.
Hey.
Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great, because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Sunday night will be in Queens this weekend. Series finale, the San Francisco Giants, surging San Francisco Giants and the struggling New York Mets. Giants 2.5 games out of first in the West. They've won 12 of the last 14. Our Sunday night baseball coverage between the Giants and Mets is at 7 Eastern time on ESPN and the app. And of course, baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown at 6. So Caglione lasted 1 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 6 earned runs. Fisher came on. He lasted 1 1/3, 4 hits, but not charged with any runs.
I think if you had bases empty, Tommy White's coming up, you probably leave Fisher in. But he hadn't had good luck against Tommy White the last few games, so they'll go to the right-hander right here. Ryan Slater on. It's a low to mid-90s fastball. Slider's his best pitch. And against right-handers, he actually throws a slider more than he does his fastball. Florida's going to need some length out of somebody in that bullpen if they're going to have a chance. And it starts right here with Slater.
Look at White's numbers tonight: 1 for 2, an OPS of 1150. struck out, singled. This will be the third different pitcher he has seen in 3 innings. And you can just tell by his body language, he is absolutely feeling it. Saw it after the single, and Oselli at first base. He goes the other way, but he can hook a ball down the line with anybody. 103 runs batted in on the year, 0-1, and a take, 1-1.
Well, what's scary pitching to him is even though he comes out of his shoes, he's trying to hit it over the right center field wall with that heater, right? So most guys that come out of their shoes like that, you think, well, I'll just throw him a breaking ball. But Slater knows if he hangs it, he'll hit it in the left field bullpen.
You know hitters, KP, you know hitters. You can tell when they swing and foul one off, and they give you a little walk, like they're feeling like, I missed that. You didn't get that by me. I missed it.
There aren't too many times when Tommy White steps to the plate he's not feeling confident either.
1-2 from Slater. Chase.
Well, what's so fun about where we're at right now in this ball game is we have superstar players, and most of them are feeling locked in right now, right? Langford, Cruz, White, like these dudes are special, and they're hot.
Yeah, that came into his wheelhouse. He yanked the foul. That's just going to be a long run for the ball boy. That's what did. Oh, the hat's coming. Lid. The fans weren't able to get it to help out.
Out his lid.
Doesn't know it. Yep. Hat's
shaking up.
No,
Just kind of shaking up after that. Oh, nope. Hold on.
Back for our hat.
We're going to play. 3-2.
Sweet headband, though. Skeens Cruises.
24 home runs on the year for White. With 2 strikes, he'll even spread his legs out a little further to get that base planted. And he wanted another chance because that was ball 4.
One thing White will do that you don't see Cruz do a ton is he'll leave the strike zone. He's got such incredible desire to drive in runs that sometimes that leads to chasing pitches out of the zone. The bat-to-ball skills, though, to foul that one off is impressive.
Hit a walk-off to break a scoreless tie in the World Series. That was the first one we've had. Now the 3-2. Another one that he fouls off. The other nutty number about White, which we've talked about in games past, when Cruz gets on base, he has been hitting over 680. Like, that doesn't make sense. But somehow when that guy is on first, Tommy White's batting average goes above 680.
That really is the crazy stat.
And this isn't like a small sample size.
No, because he's played the entire year and Cruz is on base a lot.
That's one of the more odd numbers I've ever seen in baseball. So if you end up drafting Cruz, do you then eventually have to go find Tommy White?
Yes.
Slater on in relief, and here's another 3-2. And off the end of the bat, a one-hopper. Vera gets it. We'll talk with the LSU head coach, Jay Johnson. Probably ask him about the plans for Paul Skeens and what it's like to lead by 4.
Hey. Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas. No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night? Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
New York wakes up to Wimbledon. We're part of your morning routine. We're with you every 4th of July. And for over a century, we've watched American stars earning their stripes. The Hill in New York is a slice of SW19 in the Big Apple. Think Center Court, but better bagels. Join us at Brooklyn Bridge Park to watch the ladies' and gentlemen's singles finals, the championship's way. At the Hill in New York, Wimbledon is closer than you think.
Welcome back to the NCAA Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. Joined with Jay Johnson. What are you most pleased with the way your guys have bounced back from a tough night yesterday?
Yeah, just the quality of the bats. Did a nice job with Caglione and made a good adjustment to Fisher. Now we're going to have to do that to Slater, and really like what I'm seeing out of Thatcher so far.
He's been really good, Thatcher has, since coming to Omaha. What's been the difference with him here?
You know, he's had a really good season outside of a couple outings. I think he's throwing his breaking ball for a strike. He's locating his fastball, and the poise is really good, and that's what we need tonight.
We've seen Paul Skeens go back and start to stretch. What's the game plan for him tonight?
He'll probably be in this game at some point.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, KB, so you hear at some point, and I'm sure the scoreboard will dictate it, Skeens is going to come in and win, right?
Well, I don't know, because we can't go to the camera anymore.
Why not?
It's covered now. There's a towel over the peekaboo camera that was down there somewhere. I'm sure unintentional.
Just hung it there?
Yeah, just trying to dry it out.
All right. Well, that high fastball has worked so far for Thatcher Hurd. It'll be 9, then 1 and 2. Kobe Halter. And they have done what they usually do defensively. They take Jordan Thompson, the shortstop, move him over to the second base spot, and Dugas moves over to the shortstop hole. Seen that follow through from a few pitchers at the major league level too that Hurd has, where that right leg really kicks. Venture Strider is a big proponent of it with the Atlanta Braves.
I mean, when I was growing up, you heard so many pitching coaches say you want to land in a fielding position, and that's great. But you want to make the pitch. That's the part that matters the most. And if you could do that, maximize your effort and land in a fielding position, then that's wonderful. But if you crisscross your legs and come across, but you're throwing 95 at the top of the zone and they don't hit it, that's better than making sure that we land in a good fielding position.
Halter, Kurland, and then Langford. And this one is driven to left center field. Cruz is going back. He's still going back. Leaps at the wall and makes the play. Oh, what a catch by Dylan Cruz at the wall. That's how you win a Golden Spikes Award, and it is largely considered the #1 overall pick in the country.
Tip your cap, because this is as good as it gets. This dude looks at the wall, then he peeks one more time. Now finish the playoff, kid. What a play by Dylan Cruz. The confidence to take your eye off the baseball just so you know exactly where you are. Then the fearlessness and athleticism to finish it off. That is a Golden Spikes play right there.
This one is also playable. There'll be no wall involved. Cruz is coming in. He's just catching everything. From deep in center field. I'm not even sure he was set in center field when that pitch was thrown, but he saw it and he got that one too.
How far are those two plays apart? You think 200 feet, 150 feet? I mean, we catch it at the base of the wall, and now going a dead sprint coming in and catch it in the shadows.
My man needs a breather.
Yeah,
somebody call a 30-second
20
timeout
right now.
He's getting his cardio in right there. He's like, come on, Gavin, I need you to finish that one for me.
Well, that first play basically assured that Langford would be up with at the most 1 on, let alone 2. And that's a big out and a big second out. So Langford bats with nobody on. And this guy has got flames coming off of his shirt right now, the way he's hitting. 6 for his last 6. 3 home runs. And as comfortable as White looks, so does Langford at the plate.
This dude's pretty scary when he's locked in. And right now, he is as hot as you can be. You just have to be very careful with every pitch. Yep.
Three 400-foot homers in a single World Series. He's the first. This ballpark just generally doesn't see balls go where he hit them.
Outside, ball 4.
That's outside, so he'll walk. Good story about Langford. When he was a kid, he was nicknamed Evil Knievel. He fractured his right wrist playing basketball, went for x-rays. They found out that he had a healing fracture in his left wrist. Healing fracture. Never complained about it. So he had a broken left wrist, never complained about it, and dealt with a right wrist. Grew up about 30 miles outside of Gainesville, Florida. Lives for the Gators. He's at first. Boy, Caglione just went fishing on a slider, 0-1.
Well, it's been pretty neat. The story coming into the College World Series, we had all these superstars, and Langford and Cruz have certainly not disappointed. Could be one, and Skeens either, right? The 1, 2, 3 in the draft, they have put on a show for us here in Omaha.
Outside.
That play Dylan Cruz just made. Anybody that thinks he's a question mark, I don't know how you ever would consider moving him anywhere off of center field. He is special out there.
Caglione has the BB Corps bat record for a collegiate player. He's got 33 home runs, and the crowd could sense, especially those behind home plate, what a great pitch that breaking ball was. They called that strike before Billy Van Raphorst did. Now 1-2. They've been able to get him to chase. Oh, he got hit, and that's a mistake from Thatcher Hurd. Came inside to Caglione, and now there are 2 on with 2 down, and Josh Rivera coming up.
Hurd looked so good in this at bat earlier too, and then this time just tugged a fastball. That's kind of where his miss has been with that fastball. He tugs it all the way too far to the glove side. Now you got a guy stepping up in Josh Rivera that's hit 19 out this year. If he does that again, we got a 1-run game.
And that's going to bring Jay Johnson out to the mound and talk with Thatcher Hurd. There's Griffin Herring. And how about the bullpen work, guys? You've seen LSU all year. How about the bullpen work for LSU in the tournament, and in particular here?
Well, you got to take yesterday and
throw it away. Yeah.
Right. Other than that, they've been spectacular. And Griffin Herring, Riley Cooper certainly at the top of that list. Herring just a freshman, but boy, is he impressed. And Riley Cooper under the weather yesterday, but looks like he's ready to answer the bell here this evening. And I would say that Thatcher Hurd is in that place right now where if it doesn't get done right here, they may go to Herring. He's been that good.
Only the bottom of the 3rd inning with all the fireworks and the walks and the mound visits. And this guy right here, Josh Rivera, the shortstop, can really change the complexion of the game. In there for strike 1. Talk about Langford, who's bouncing around at second base. His speed is even a touch better than Skeens. He can fly. Caglione at first. And a 1-1 on the way to Rivera. Got the call. Late break. How about the late action on Hurd's breaking pitch, and it's now 1-2.
On that arm side, too. A lot of times you see that late action if you're throwing it to the glove side. It's usually get over the top of it. But that is a real breaking ball, whatever side of the plate it's on.
Down the middle at the knees. Hurd punches out his 4th of the night. And he got some help in this inning from Dylan Cruz in center field. And about face, Wallbanger. And he turned, sprinted, found it again. And then he came in about 90 yards to make that play. It's all Dylan Cruz and LSU right now.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover.
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
To challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
than you ever knew
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools.
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
This is Sadie. She's on Verizon, the network she can count on. And now she's got my plan, the game-changing new plan that lets her pick exactly what she wants and save on every perk. Sadie's getting her plan ready for a big trip. Travel pass on. Nice iPhone. Cute couple. Trips don't last forever, neither does summer love. So, Sadie's moving on. Apple Music? Check. Introducing My Plan, the first and only unlimited plan to give you exactly what you want, so you only pay for what you need. Act now and get iPhone 14 Pro Max on us when you switch. It's your Verizon.
Lowe's knows you want to make the most of your summer. That's why we're offering 4th of July deals under $100. So your summer is full of fun and savings. Come in and enjoy our hottest deals now.
Cindy, do you think our crispy flavor will last forever?
All we have is thin crust summer, Billy.
But I love you.
No, you love the flavor of this thin, crispy crust.
I can't help it.
Peace out, Billy.
It's a hot and ready thin crust summer at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. Capital One Cup standings update as teams compete for a combined $500,000 scholarship donation from Capital One. All about the Dogs, who of course are going to have Wes Johnson as the head baseball coach next year. He's current pitching coach for LSU. He's leaving to take over the head job at Georgia. Penn State, Michigan round out the top three. Well, Cruz and Hurd help prevent any runs from coming in. So it's 6-2 as we start the fourth. And a wicked slash at it from Trey Morgan. And that one's going to get out of play as well. Stating the obvious, but this is obviously the game you win the championship. And the arms that LSU has out there, the longer you don't put some numbers on the board, the advantage really tips to the Tigers.
Oh. Yeah, this one could get late early on the Gators. And opportunity right there with your cleanup hitter up and two guys on. Rivera watches a couple fastballs. That one stings.
Morgan, ouch. This one is kicked right to first, and that will work out beautifully. And let's make sure he's okay. Look, I got him off the bottom, maybe of the cleat, and it rolled right over to Luke Heyman at first. That's a big break. He's limping a little bit. I mean, I think that got him a little bit.
That was moving when it got there. That's for sure. Kick saving beauty with the back.
106 off your ankle. Easier to smile after it's a 3 unassisted on the back end of it, but that one's gotta sting.
Slater takes a step off the rubber as he gets ready to deal with Dugas and then Jobert. Dugas has reached twice, walk and a single. Yeah, you got to get a trainer out there, don't you?
This is not what the Gators need here.
He's going to need, if he's going to be able to stay in, he's going to need some practice throws after. I mean, that's your drive leg, KP.
Yeah. I thought the way that it came off, I thought maybe it got him at the bottom of his cleat. This is just trying to set his feet and push.
Yeah, he just had no push. It like gave out on him. It's like up around the shin.
Yeah, we saw it real speed. I thought it came off his shoe at the bottom.
Oh. It came off so hard, you almost figured it couldn't have hit a body part. You're going to try to throw a few. I mean, seriously, it felt, and its sound was like
all the way to first base.
Yeah. They've already had Caglione and Fisher, so Slater's their third arm. Nesbitt and Purnell start to throw. Kevin O'Sullivan, the athletic trainer, right out there with the home plate umpire.
What's funny, we just talked about that finishing position where the right leg rips around, right? And that's the body's to the side of the hitter. And not that you would catch that ball anyway, that's not the point, but it does expose that outside of your right leg. Your gloves, you know, nowhere near in a position to make a play on that ball. Looks like he's okay, fortunately.
He's ready to go, 1-0, and that one is a little bit high. Immediately you have that adrenaline rush, and then you realize, like, you know what? Not a lot going on here with support. 2-0, and popped up, should be playable for Heyman into foul territory. 2 down. Think about LSU. They won on Saturday, but they stranded 17 runners. Sunday, remember, in the blowout, they left the bases loaded in the first and the second inning. Today, they've done a lot better job of cleaning up. So Dugas retired for the first time. Another guy that hasn't been retired is Braden Jobert.
Oh, nice dig.
And on a team that has Cruz and White, when Jobert gets it going, he's as impressive to watch as any of them. And towards the end of the season, he started to have that happen. Swung right over that slider. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Walk down.
That's the same pitch he swung at.
Yeah, the bat-to-ball skills are not on the level of Cruz and White, but when he sinks it all up, boy, it's as pretty as anybody.
This one is pulled down the line. He's running. It's going to get down and off the wall. Fielded by Evans. Throw to second. Diving in with a double. Braden Jobert. He's reached all 3 times tonight and delivering on a promise that he and his father made back in 2015.
Speaking of sinking it all up, how about a hanging slider right there? That's what I'm talking about. Just a beautiful move through the zone. Such extension through the front part of the zone, and Evans did all that he possibly could here to keep that one to a single, but Jobert just too athletic. He has now caught fire with 3 hits already in this game to parlay after the homer to finish the last one. That's 4 straight hits for Braden Jobert.
He and his dad Jacques were here in 15 watching, so 8 years ago, and his dad said, next time I promise you'll be here helping them win a World Series. And here they are in 23, and Jobert is certainly doing his part. Jordan Thompson singled and then hit a smash to center field, so he's made good contact twice. Huge numbers with runners in scoring position. That one was right down the middle. That's a terrible hop over Halter. And a huge break for the Tigers. As the run scores, Jobert's in. Down to second goes Thompson. And everything that went wrong for Thompson yesterday is going right for him today.
It was due some hitters' luck, right? I mean, this one's hit hard, don't get me wrong, but it's hit right at Corey Halter, and it hits just in front of that lip and goes straight up. Expected a different hop, throw balls all the way home. You see it right over his shoulder. I mean, that was going to be a tough play anyway because how hard it was hit. But he took that hop. He didn't have a chance at it. Just shy of 100 miles an hour off the bat. Jordan Thompson heads up base running 2. Sees that throw going home. Ends up at second base.
And the lead grows to 5, 7-2. Strike one to Josh Pearson. They give Thompson a hit. That's his second of the night. And Pearson swings at it and pulls it foul.
This is where this lineup gets scary, right? It's been a struggle for the bottom 4 hitters in this lineup over the last few days, but where they are having some kind of ball game here this evening.
6 for 9 with runners in scoring position. It's only the 4th inning, and you can tell they are starting to feel what tonight could end up like for the Tigers.
Six through 9 batters in LSU lineup have only made 1 out tonight. I mean, that's some pretty good production at the bottom half of the order. Incredible ball game. And Jordan Thompson, as you said, Ravi, was 1 for 30 coming into this one this week.
1-2, this ball smacked to right field. It is over the wall. Josh Pearson blasts off. And the Tigers are putting it to the Gators. Two-run shot for Pearson. It is 9-2. And for Josh Pearson, his 4th home run of the year.
Incredible the way the bottom of this order has gotten it hot. A fastball down and out over the plate, and Josh Pearson, a 21-degree rocket into the right center field seats. And it is all Tigers right now.
Milazzo bats another hit. The LSU Tigers, if you go from Dugas on down, you cannot get them out right now. And you wonder what impact that ball off of the right ankle of Slater has had, because there have been some smashed baseballs since he was hurt and stayed in the game.
Gilbert 3 hits. Thompson 2 hits. Pearson a home run. Now Milazzo's been on base all 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3. 7 runs out of your 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slots in the order. You're in the 4th.
It's the beauty of baseball, man. You're only as good as your next day's starting pitcher or your next day's offense. They're up 7. They lost by 20 yesterday.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you get to choose from a Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, and 6-piece Mott Sticks. If that doesn't sound appealing, you might need to turn up your TV. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
Lowe's knows you never come in for just one thing.
So we've got to know a lot of things about a lot of things.
Like which mower makes the cut, the mulch that finishes the look, and picking a color that pops. You got this. We got you.
USAA? You were in the military?
No, my grandpa was. He passed membership to my mom, then me.
Huh.
Yeah, if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served, they could pass it to you.
I'll check it out.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
Affordable design, endless possibilities. IKEA.
Polly Pratts wore many hats. They came from past jobs, in fact. Every time she experienced something new, her stack of hats grew. She even served turkey legs with what's on tap, all while wearing a Viking hat. Then she found a place her many hats would be embraced, and she couldn't hide the excitement from her face. So Polly traded in her hats to help her earn her grad cap. Your past experience can help you earn your degree faster and for less. Get started at phoenix.edu.
LSU's Kim Mulkey in the LSU luxury suite. She knows a thing or two about championships. She's wearing her son's jersey. Kramer Robertson who of course was here in Omaha playing for the Tigers as shortstop. That's a pretty good place to be right now with LSU 10 hits, 9 runs. Pitching lined up for days. And Tyler Nesbitt comes on, the sophomore out of LaBelle, Florida. His numbers, and this has not gone the way that Governor O'Sullivan would have scripted it.
No, and we talked about it earlier. The Gators going to have a chance in this thing. They got to have somebody go out there and get them 9 to 12 outs the rest of the way. You can't just keep piecing it together in short stints. Nesbitt now the next one. They're going to see how long he can hang out there.
Be careful for this guy. Here's Cade Beloso, drilled twice and he struck out. 85-mile-an-hour changeup to start him. Thompson and Pearson began the game 3 for 52 here in Omaha. They're 3 for 6 with a homer and 4 RBIs tonight.
You just never know.
You never know. That's what makes this game so great. You never know.
Jay Johnson was adamant about his confidence in Jordan Thompson last night. Boy, is the shortstop making his skipper look good right now. Talked about how he believes in Jordan Thompson, how they wouldn't be here without Jordan Thompson, and a couple big hits here in this one for that young man.
LSU's hitters tonight too have really had a great game plan and the ability to recognize pitches. They have fouled off so many 2-strike pitches to stay alive, and they do a great job of taking ones that are out of the zone with 2 outs, 7 for 10.
Oh. And this whole thing started with 2 outs. So they are just locked in right now as a lineup, and this is a perfect example of it. Cade Beloso, oh goodness.
That's pretty good.
That one's a strike.
That one looked like it got some play. 3 runs in the inning. And 3-2 with a runner going, and this one is into right field. That's going to get down. Milazzo will head to third. They'll put he's being wound. Here's the throw. He is in there. The left foot got the bag. The 10th run for the Tigers, and let's hope he's okay. It was an awkward step at home, and that foot hit the bag, and he's grabbing that ankle.
I don't think we want to see this one. For Milazzo, man, he's trying to get up and over BT Riopello's. All he's trying to do is get the baseball, and I think he landed a way that you don't want to on home plate.
Yeah, he jumped up over the catcher Riopello, went for the ball. He got his left foot down on home plate, and quickly Travinsky starts to put on the catcher's equipment. An aggressive send of Milazzo, something we haven't seen them do really all series.
And it was the right call.
Turned out to be so. And they sent him, with 3-2, 2 outs. He was on the move and he got to third base, and it looked like Kurt Curlin had the baseball, and they said go ahead. Now they're dealing with what appears to be a significant injury to that lower left leg ankle area. Alex Milazzo just scored the 10th run of the game. No pressure on that left leg of his. He is being taken underneath. Well, he, of course, would be examined, x-rayed. And the crowd will once again settle down after giving him a standing ovation. Beloso will pick up an RBI. It's an 8-run game, and LSU is doing to Florida what Florida did to the Tigers yesterday. Here's Cruz. Will go across the diamond, and that will do it as Cruz is retired. 6 runs in the second, 4 runs in the fourth. What's going on inside the head of Kevin O'Sullivan? We'll find out when we come back.
You love a cold, refreshing soft drink from McDonald's. So we've got even colder ones.
Get any size frozen drink for just $1.79, or try a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The Rooms to Go July 4th sale is going on now, so save big on the furniture you want. Get huge savings and special bonus buys for every room of your home, with living rooms on sale, bedrooms on sale, and dining rooms on sale. And it's about to get even better with 55-month interest-free financing. That's right, at Rooms to Go you get both. Amazing sale prices and interest-free financing for 55 months. Don't wait. Shop the Rooms to Go July 4th sale going on now.
You love a cold, refreshing soft drink from McDonald's. So we've got even colder ones.
Get any size frozen drink for just $1.79, or try a medium lemonade for $2.49. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to the NCAA Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. Joined with Kevin O'Sullivan. Some short outings by a few of your arms. How do you manage the bullpen going forward?
Well, we're just going to try to have to put a couple zeros on the board. I mean, I think we had 4 walks and 2 hit by batters the first 3 innings, and obviously they capitalized on it. And then this inning we had 2 outs still be on and ended up giving up 4 runs. So bottom line is we still got more than half the game left. We just got to chip away.
Part of that is what your hitters can do. You strung some hits together yesterday, a couple bombs. What adjustments do you want to see at the plate?
Well, I mean, at some point we were helped yesterday by some free passes as well, and some defensive miscues on their end. But bottom line is when we get opportunities to score, we just got to chip away and get a run here, 2 runs there, and then get within striking distance at the end.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Elliot.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, well, Thatcher Hurd now is pitching with an 8-run lead. And, of course, he's going to be throwing to a new catcher as we keep an eye on any updates on Alex Milazzo. Hayden Travinski has gone in. We'll start with BT Ryapel. Florida is a team that makes a living hitting the ball over the wall. And when you're down 8, you got to make sure there are base runners on and then hit it over the wall.
Yeah, I mean, all you can do is exactly what Sully said, which is just chip away. I mean, you got to try to make it a 0-0 game and see if you can't put 3 or 4 together and give yourself a puncher's chance down the stretch. The problem is the back end of this bullpen looks a little different tonight than normal.
Well, the guy out there looks pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Thatcher Hurd gave up the leadoff single to Curlin, and Langford headed out of sight. Since then, he's been pretty locked in.
Hurd recognized he may have got away with one there too. His reaction, that was a fastball letter high, not as high as he's been elevating. It was fouled straight back. Florida had a 2-0 lead in this game after that Langford homer. 10 unanswered runs. That one is pulled, and how about the shift working? And that is the shortstop Thompson, who is playing in that second base position with the lefty up. Ryapel is denied.
Perfect positioning here by the LSU defense. Maybe got in on him just a little bit, but Jordan Thompson out there in shallow right field. Nice prep step. Good crossover, and erases what would be a leadoff single from BT Ryapel.
Luke Heyman, then Ty Evans. Heyman struck out his first time up. Very efficient outing for Hurd as well as he gets ahead on Heyman. The Gators, nearly 3/4 of their runs in Omaha are scored or have been scored with the ball going over the wall. During the season, it was around 44%. Popped up Cruz didn't see it. Now he comes in, and he's able to camp under it to make the play for the second out. First round of this year's NHL Draft, Wednesday, 7 Eastern Time on ESPN and ESPN+. Now, the Blackhawks won the #1 pick, followed by the Ducks. The NHL Draft is Wednesday at 7 Eastern Time on ESPN and ESPN+. There were reports of a big trade between the Blackhawks and the Boston Bruins. And it looks like Taylor Hall went to Chicago. The Bruins are dealing with a salary cap crunch issue. That's a swing and a miss. Taylor Hall's tenure in Boston after 2 years appears to be over, and the Blackhawks sent a whole bunch of things back to the Bruins. The 0-1, that's pulled.
Kind of pick your poison with that, you heard right now. Fastball is played up. And again, he gave up hits to the first 2 in this game. Single home run, has not given up a hit since.
You talk, though, at the World Series about different guys stepping up. Ackenhausen's start, you've got to circle that. I mean, that was a huge start. What Hurd has been able to do. How Riley Cooper has really emerged as a guy that can save games. You knew all about Skeens and Cruz and White. And this one has popped up, and this is an easy one in foul territory for Tommy White. Hurd is rolling along, and Tommy Tanks is coming up, trying to add to a significant lead. Into the 5th we go.
So yeah, USAA, they always have my back.
USAA? You were in the military?
Oh no, I wasn't, but my grandpa was. He joined USAA, passed membership to my mom, then to me.
There's other ways to get in?
Yeah. My neighbor Ron, he's in because his wife served. Even little Luna, once she's born, her dad served.
So all this time I could have had USAA insurance.
And banking.
Where's my phone?
Over there.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
For every purpose, for every path, for every soul, for every season, there's a Ram.
During the Ram 4th of July sales event, get 10% below MSRP on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Are we close?
Turn left in 4 miles.
No.
¿Cuáles son tus intenciones con mi nieto?
What are your intentions with my grandson?
Life's little problems. Fixed. On Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google. Everyone can choose a Google Pixel starting at $2 a month. No trade-in required.
Well, look who has showed up, and he's got some stuff that he may be going to work with. That's Paul Skeens, as he has made his way out to the dugout. Yeah, he was a reliever at Air Force the last time that he was used out of the bullpen, and the crowd began to swell in their joy as Tommy White, looking right off of the second base umpire. It ate him up. White will stay at first base. There was little chance to get out of the way of that one. So Jeff Head wore it.
Jeff Head getting some dude points right here. He wears this one like a champ. Like, aye! It had to be 100 plus right above the waist. Didn't even rub it. 113 off the ribs for Jeff Head.
The scene, though, when Skeens was walking out was pretty cool. As soon as they discovered him in right field, they went nuts. When he got out to the bullpen, the bleachers went crazy.
They still haven't sat down.
No, they haven't. They're all
started standing up when he started walking out. He had the backpack. You get the big leagues, usually the youngest guy in the bullpen has to bring the backpack down that has all the candy in it. That wasn't the candy backpack. That's all he needs to get himself ready.
The reaction and the confidence from the LSU dugout as well. When he walked in, they all gave him high fives. Christian Little looked at me and he said, "It's over."
Yeah, it's certainly a feeling that they would have, given the 8-run cushion and the best pitcher in college baseball available to go with a bullpen that, for the most part, has been lights out. It's a great position to be in if you're LSU, as Morgan flies out to left field.
Yeah, +8.
+8.
I think they like their spot.
Another hit batter, and the Gators have now hit 3. Aglione started it, and it did not go his way or Florida's way, and it set the tone for the entire game. So he only lasted 1 1/3, and pick your poison here with the bottom of the order. Braden Jobert is 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. And everything is in sync. And it was Travinski who said, when he gets hot, there's nobody more enjoyable to watch or harder to get out.
It's crazy how it can come and go with Jobert too. I mean, he can swing and miss with the best of them, but as Travinski said, when he is locked in, he can carry a team. It's inferno hot when he gets it going.
A little squibber. Halter fielded it cleanly, and the tag is made. Nice job by Heyman to come off the bag to get it. And slap the tag on Jobert. Both White and Dugas move up.
Heyman really does a nice job over at first base. See, Halter kind of grabbed a palm ball there that sailed. Heyman wisely comes off and finishes that play.
Now, Jordan Thompson is a great example of how you win a crowd back after a nightmarish start. A couple of errors yesterday to this World Series. He's had a terrific night. Looks at one high in there for a strike, but a single and an RBI in his first at bat. Drove one to near warning track in center, and then ends up with a double on a hopper over the third baseman's head. All in! Didn't take, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
We're in the Bronx right now, don't you? The Jordan Thompson yell.
Feel great for a kid, though, don't you?
Yes.
They weren't yelling Jordan Thompson's name that way early in this series. He's going to be drafted, this guy, at short. Got one there, and he pulled it foul.
Well, it's a good reminder for players, too. Fans aren't really booing you. They're booing how you're playing, and they're not really cheering you. They're cheering how you're playing.
Yeah.
And so it's a good reminder. Just, you know, you just kind of got to remove it from your identity and just play. Just don't get caught up in the noise, and try your best to flush it and move on to the next day. But the resilience he has shown, it's one thing to not be getting hits. It's another thing when the defense goes south, right? Especially as a shortstop. But well, I think he's won over a lot of fans here with the performance on the biggest stage.
Three-2, and this one is to center and should be playable. Langford, bad jump. Now he's coming in, and he's there to make the play. Thompson retired. Skeens may be activated at some point. LSU has been active offensively. We're going bottom 5, up 8.
Start your day with all the support you need in Skechers Arch Fit sandals. Skechers teamed up with podiatrists using over 20 years of data to create a sandal that provides foot and arch support for all-day comfort. Podiatrist certified arch support for men and women.
Lowe's knows you never come in for just one thing.
So we've got to know a lot of things about a lot of things.
Like which mower makes the cut, the mulch that finishes the look, and picking a color that pops. You got this. We got you.
If I don't know Kenny's order, then I don't know Kenny.
Ooh.
Ready?
Ready. His order is a 20-piece chicken McNugget.
You're always getting the filet of fish.
You like french fries and milkshake.
Yes, I do. 5 hamburguesas. Esa sería mi sorpresa para él.
I get boyfriend points for letting her get the last fry. Agree? No.
Who steals more fries? It's gotta be you.
Yes, you do.
No.
Knowing their order is a sign of loving them. Ooh.
If you got my order wrong, though. Oof.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
He's as dominant as anybody we've ever seen at the collegiate level.
Wow, this is hammered. Towards the wall. Skeens, Cruz, Langford, 3 of the best in college baseball. And after his latest mock draft, our Kylie McDaniel projects Paul Skeens goes first, Cruz second, Langford third. As you like to say about a mock draft, subject to change. Shelnutt puts it out, and Thompson's there to make the play, and 1 quick out in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, there's a lot that could change, especially with the economics of the Major League Draft, but they have certainly not done anything during this College World Series that would make anybody suggest, from a talent standpoint, that the 3 of those are 1, 2, 3. You can kind of mix them up in whatever suits your fancy, but those 3 are real dudes.
Those 3 suit your fancy. Who does pick third this year? You know?
Rangers?
And Washington and Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's 1.
Yeah.
Then Washington, then Texas.
It's good year to pick third.
It is, and the Pirates have just struggled a little bit. They're still very much in a wild card race, but Skeens is the type of guy that certainly could impact the team this year if you were in contention. Thatcher Hurd looking like a major leaguer as he bends one in there to get ahead of Halter 0-2. The conversation around collegiate pitchers, and you can appreciate this too, KP.
Detroit's third.
Tigers third.
Tigers. Then
Rangers
Rangers.
fourth. Yep. Skeens is pitched. This would be on 3 days rest because this is so compacted. You take guys out of their routines. Skeens is every 6-day rest.
Yeah.
He comes back. Now you're throwing guys into 4 days, 3 days. And as much as you want to win a championship, you don't want to compromise, the health of the guys like we just saw there, and Singer and Kolar. And that's another strikeout for Hurd, whose breaking pitch is just wicked tonight. So there's a balancing act that you're working here. If you're Jay Johnson, if you're Skeens, all that's going into this consideration.
I mean, when Jay talked about it, talked again today, he said we're going to wait till he gets on the field, moves around a little bit, see exactly how it feels. I'm sure that there were multiple conversations, not just with Paul, but potentially with others. And who knows, we may not see him, but obviously he's out there and he's getting himself ready.
Couldn't have gotten much more from Thatcher Hurd. Remember, he followed Skeens in that Wake Forest game, and he gave him 3 innings. So here he is now in the bottom of the 5th with 2 down. Yeah, Alex Milazzo's back out there with
good.
Big walking boot on his left ankle. He scored that run, and he landed just terribly, awkwardly. Took him off, and now back to be able to be with his teammates.
Oh, down!
This one was close, boys. What do you think? Oh, goodness.
Billy V had it. Just a little bit off the plate.
I meant the swing.
Swing. Looking for punch out 6. He's allowed only 2 hits, and Hurd delivers, and he got it. Cade Curlin throws in pizza at the plate. It's 10-2. We got the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and LSU and the Tigers are feeling it.
Shout out to the long ball lovers. Give us the derby. Give us the big flies. Let's go! The no-doubters. Baseball's greatest sluggers in the summer spectacular. Give us the T-Mobile Home Run Derby. Monday, July 10th at 8 on ESPN.
Spectrum is the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. Now get your first unlimited line and every unlimited line for only $29.99 each. Spectrum Mobile has the fastest wireless speeds, nationwide 5G, and unlimited talk, text, and data, so you have the freedom to connect in more places. Save more with Spectrum Mobile. Your first line and every line for just $29.99 each. Call 844-677-2999. Visit a local Spectrum store or SpectrumMobile.com today.
At Legacy Buick GMC, we're knocking deals out of the park this month.
Right now, save $8,000 off MSRP on a 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Plus, well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 60 months when you finance with GM Financial and make no payments for 90 days.
So come shop with us in Slido or online at LegacyBuickGMC.com.
Sweet moment in the LSU dugout as everyone came to give Alex Milazzo a little hug and a love as he is there with a boot on his left hand. When Jay Johnson got to LSU, he started a tradition that he took from Rich Hill at USD. After every win, they'd take a team photo on the grass. And the idea of this was that, listen, it's really hard to win a game. So every time that we do this, I want you guys to soak it in, embrace it, remember how much you love the game, and they've done it even here in Omaha for every single win. We'll see if they do one tonight with a trophy in front of it.
Yeah, and if they do, it'll be number 54 as far as that photo wall goes. So Milazzo's left ankle in a boot over there. He's getting all sorts of attention. Tommy White just went over and gave him an enormous pep talk. As it's now 0-2 as we start the 6th inning. Josh Pearson rode one out. Got a home run. And that came in the 4th, all part of that 4-run inning. They get 6 in one, 4 in the other, and he is gone on a sinker down. Caglione had a 2-0 lead and came up and plunked the first guy. And even though he was able to get through the first inning with 2 strikeouts of White and Morgan, after that, it just completely fell apart. But that was sort of a tone setter with that lead and then a hit batter. And he just never felt like he had control of that run on that fastball to his arm side. Really put left-handed hitters in jeopardy, and it ended up walking a bunch of righties.
I think it's so frustrating, I would assume, for Jack and for the coaching staff. Like, when it's right, it is special stuff. From a left-hander that was up to 99 today, but when it gets off the rails, he's got a hard time getting it back on. He's young and pitched last year.
Right. He's just a year off Tommy John, a year and a half off Tommy John, whatever. I think his ceiling on the bump is still enormously
through the roof.
Yeah. 1-2 Travinsky. That's a good pitch.
Tyler Nesbitt looking apart since he's been out there, and he is giving him a little bit of length. Two-seamer. Just enough movement to come over and catch the outside black. So back-to-back strikeouts from Nesbitt here. 2 quick outs in the 6th.
Beloso plunked twice, single, and he struck out. There are certain players that transferred into LSU. There's other players that just live and die and breathe the program. And you watch Beloso and his celebrations after some of those belly bombs in this series. I would imagine if he were to prick his finger, it would be purple, not red. This guy bleeds it.
He's had one heck of a World Series. Two homers, 7 ribbies.
Another laced ball into right for Cade Beloso. They moved him up to the 1 hole. He has been on 4 times tonight.
Jay Johnson pressing the right buttons. Cade Beloso now 10 for 25. Hitting just a cool 400 with a couple long ones.
So his 170th start at LSU. And the first time that he's led off. Like you said, Rob, he's now reached base 4 out of 5 times.
Also got to be right in the mix for most outstanding, most valuable player here at the College World Series. He's had a heck of a run.
Sure has. He and Tommy White. Cruz, another missile into left. And the LSU offense has just been hitting on all cylinders since the 2nd inning. 3rd time Cruz has been aboard.
Hanging breaking ball, and Cruz knows how to get into his legs. Watch that right knee. Get into your legs, get below that breaking ball. Well, a couple of rockets off the bat of Dylan Cruz. One to right field, one to left his last 2 at-bats.
Hasn't it been odd, fellas? We had 6 one-run games. You run into the wind yesterday in a blowout, and here you are in another lopsided game. Series has been historical for its close games. This one's going to get into the screen just above the dugout. Right off of White's foot.
Right up top. Getting all beat up tonight, too. You get a hole in his left knee.
Yeah.
There's a few Tigers sporting some holes in their pants. Cruz has got one. Beloso's got one. Got some guys running around the bases and sliding.
And there's that really wide base that White brings when he's got 2 strikes.
Foul.
Walks, 23 strikeouts, 39 walks for White. He's just such a difficult guy to strike out. And this one is into shallow center, and underneath it is Langford. Bottom 6 coming up. Florida needs some runs badly.
We're bringing big back. It's bigger, cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. Y'all hungry? Better be hungry.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
Jazz bath? Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Can I help you?
I wanted to mail this.
Okay. Layla is our messenger pigeon.
What? Oh my God.
This is mostly secure. Mostly.
Fairly secure.
Yes, sir.
This is crazy.
You know what else is crazy? That SMS text that he's sending? It's unencrypted. Other people might see your text just like other people might see that letter.
You're kidding.
No.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Go to inventhelp.com. We have representatives nationwide and services to showcase your invention. Get started today. Go to inventhelp.com for free information.
This is about as good as you can do it.
Well, good point by Kyle Peterson, and it's about as good as you can get. And these two guys haven't disappointed at all. The numbers here at the College World Series for Dylan Cruz, the Golden Spikes Award winner, and Wyatt Langford, who's now at the plate. And he looks at strike one from Thatcher Hurd. They're going to go top 2 or 3. 1, 2, or 3 between these two. And the guy out in that bullpen, who very likely now may just be watching, given the 8-run cushion. But they're going to hear their names called very early in the draft when we're in Seattle. Two-time All-American. He's the #1 pick every other year. I mean, every other year he's the #1 pick because Skeens is so aberrational, and Cruz is another one of those outliers.
Yeah, and it wouldn't shock me if he still goes #1.
Sure.
I think.
Another rocket this time right at Thompson. Standard operating procedure, though, by Wyatt Langford to hit it hard, and that's the first time he's been retired.
I mean, him and Cruz have put on a laser show here in this one. That doesn't make him feel any better right now. He's trying to start the inning off and try to chip away, but boy, he's put on some sort of show here in Omaha.
No. So Carlin started it with a single. Langford followed with a homer. The first 2 batters of the game, and they had 2 hits. We're in the bottom of the 6th, and they still have 2 hits. How dominant Thatcher Hurd has been. They have not had a hit since the first inning.
You can't say enough good things about Thatcher Hurd and the way he bounced back from. I mean, it was
boom boom.
Yeah,
it was quick. There's a lot of things that can happen in a setting like this when you take 2 punches right away. But man, he has delivered them since then.
Caglione will be back next year. 33 home runs this season. There's a couple of guys that are coming back in college baseball who may threaten a number like that. But there is very few physical specimens like this guy, and he sends that foul. He walks in with his size 17 boats, and he cuts a vision for you.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to be able to do for an encore offensively after a year like this, but I expect the pitching to get much better.
Ooh, he got him there. A wicked breaking pitch. Caglione is out. That is strikeout number 7 for Thatcher Hurd, and he's got the first 2 in the inning.
We talked about the rise fastball early, but look how good the breaking ball has been tonight for Thatcher Hurd. And he can spin it. And he's also had the ability to control it. Look at this. 78.1 on that last breaking ball. Whoa. Spins it over 3,000 RPMs, about 20% more than the big league average. That is a real pitch at any level.
Down.
Yeah, the strikeout pitch has been the difference. You know, once you get, well, even tonight when Caglione started, once you get into the bullpens for Florida tonight and you get 2 strikes, it hasn't been the automatic punch-out pitch. There's been a lot of foul balls and a lot of walks. Hurd gets ahead because he throws so hard and has that terrific breaking pitch. There's not a lot of foul balls. There are a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, He's done a really good job of putting hitters away when he's worked ahead.
Inside. First pitch, Hurd wanted it. We'll go 3-0 to Josh Rivera, the cleanup hitter and shortstop for the Florida Gators. Rivera's season 352, 19 homers, and that's way outside ball 4.
Riley Cooper looks like he's warm down in the LSU bullpen. Now at 88 pitches. I don't know how much longer Thatcher Hurd's going to go.
Well, they move Thompson over to second base again. B.T. Ryapel has shown this tournament that he can elevate and clear a fence. He's done it all year, and he's been good here. On the inside corner for a strike. Three homers, a double, 3 runs batted in. Coming into this game here in Omaha, 0 for 2 tonight. Fastball and smoke to center field. Cruz goes back and not a problem. Ryapel hit it well, but it ended up in the glove of the Golden Spikes winner. 7th inning ahead, 10-2 Tigers.
New York wakes up to Wimbledon. We're part of your morning routine. We're with you every 4th of July. And for over a century, we've watched American stars earning their stripes. The Hill in New York is a slice of SW19 in the Big Apple. Think Center Court, but better bagels. Join us at Brooklyn Bridge Park to watch the ladies' and gentlemen's singles finals, the championship's way. At the Hill in New York, Wimbledon is closer than you think.
Why are there 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2023 Atlas Family SE with tech models. Limited inventory available.
Buying a new car shouldn't be complicated. That's why our expert staff is here to help.
I've been selling new Ford cars and trucks since 1970. There must be a reason.
When companies need the best fleet, sales, and service, they know Lamarque Ford has what it takes when it comes to heavy duty.
Lamarque Ford in 1980 sold its first part. We're continuing to grow and set records. With over 15 acres of cars and trucks, there must be a reason.
Why are there 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2023 Atlas Family SE with tech models. Limited inventory available.
You're watching the NCAA Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. Omaha, Nebraska, once again, a phenomenal host. As we have had nothing but beautiful weather. More coverage of the Men's College World Series, interactive brackets, NCAA.com, your official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. The sun beginning to set behind Charles Schwab Field. First played here.
Right now.
Well, that happened. That is a live shot and happening as we speak.
Okay.
Came down here in 11 though, and the balls have been flying this year. So this ballpark, when the wind, and the wind really does dictate everything in this ballpark. If it's blowing neutral or blowing out, you got a chance to set some numbers. If not, you can't get it out of here. This is going to be a difficult play going over, and that's a fair ball. That's going to set up. Well, there's a runner turning and staying at first base. Morgan landed it in the Bermuda Triangle between Rivera, Shellnut, and Halter. But Cade Curlin held his ground, so it's a single.
I don't think he was running it first. Just kind of trotting there. You can see he's watching it, or he probably would have gotten two. Rivera almost got there. Right here, right at the end. Boy, he's inches away from making that play.
That's the night it's been for LSU, though. While they've hit the ball hard and certainly deserve to be up by this, there was also that ball that bounced over Halter's head. There's that one that drops in there. They've had some go off pitchers and result in outs. But a dominant performance from Thatcher Hurd and some great hitting from the lower third of this batting order.
Remarkable performance for the most part over the last week. Early they started okay, but the last week or so for the bottom part of this Tiger order, it has been tough sledding, and they've been saving them up for Game 3 because it has been incredible to watch them work today.
Nesbitt continues to use that little slider. And he's done a very good job after 6 runs in the second, 4 in the fourth. They got nothing in the fifth and nothing in the sixth.
Outside.
You know, you wonder too, they lost obviously, and they've managed to beat Wake Forest, the #1 overall seed, twice. As great as they are at Alex Box, you start to get familiar with the surroundings here.
Yeah.
You can get a little more comfortable. Maybe that's what we're seeing here with a peaking LSU offense.
Well, it's always hard to be comfortable here when the wind's hitting you in the teeth, right? In the last couple of days, we've seen both these offenses. This is the #1 and tied for #2 home run hitting teams in the country. Florida #1, LSU tied with Florida Gulf Coast for #2. And we've seen the muscle from both squads over the last 2 days, that's for sure.
Oh. Inside of Dugas, Ryan almost looks surprised he was able to hang on to it. Well, the other thing that makes it very comfortable for the LSU Tigers is this giant bear hug they get every time they walk into this building from the 27,000 Tiger fans.
This score holds. It's going to be a quiet night at the Hilton. There'll be a whole lot going on over there tonight.
Yeah, the Hilton Boston. Like what Hilton? Not this one. You're not going to look for a nice quiet meal in the lobby of the Hilton. That's in, so that is a ball 4, and there's no play at second base.
Damn it!
Trey Morgan expressing some frustration that he didn't steal the bag. He had a great slide. He wanted that to hold up.
Still gets to stay there, though.
Morgan's got a terrific personality. You've heard him at the plate calling his own balls and strikes. When the ball crosses, if it's not good, he'll say ball. Nope. Nope.
Well, we got spikes on.
Watch out. And we just went to the backstop, and now we're at second and third. And maybe Nesbitt's running out of some gas here.
Skeens looks like he's like legitimately heating up down there. He had spikes on. He's doing some rotational moves. Starting to walk around with a purpose down there, boys. This is interesting.
Well,
oh, nice. It's down.
Until you said that.
He heard you too.
One out. Oh! And that one misses to Braden Jobert. Single, single, double. And a ground out to third base. Start to think about these two teams and other teams that have either made it to Omaha or were beaten in the regionals and super regionals. These two will likely continue to be potential Omaha teams for a long time. And Jay Johnson's got this thing cooking, and obviously what Kevin O'Sullivan does with recruiting, transfer portal, pitchers.
Kevin O'Sullivan's been here 8 out of his 15 years. 8 out of 15 years.
Crazy.
Jobert is gone with a strikeout, first out of the 7th. We're going to go to Queens this weekend for a series finale between Gabe Kapler's Giants and Buck Showalter's New York Mets. Giants sneaking right back into that NOS race, which is what they seem to do every year. They're 2.5 games out. They've won 12 of 14. Sunday Night Baseball, Giants, Mets, 7 Eastern, ESPN, the ESPN app. There is a renewed enthusiasm for Jordan Thompson. Johnson was telling me before the game, I asked him, he insists he's okay. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And the faith that they put into Justin Thompson, despite these College World Series struggles, pays off tonight. Jordan Thompson. I think I was confusing him with Justin Thomas. Swing and a miss there. And Jordan Thompson retired second straight strikeout. Nesbitt with a good little bounce back. Fourth punch out tonight.
Tyler Nesbitt's been really good, man. I mean, this is exactly what Florida needed if they're going to have any chance. Obviously, the offense has got to get it in gear here pretty quick. But first two reaching this inning, and he punches out Joe Barron Thompson to get to 2 outs.
Josh Pearson had a home run as part of that 4-run fourth inning. Really, the only drama that is currently left for the LSU Tigers faithful here is will they see their hero Skeens come out of the bullpen at some point. Watch out. Went in there in a hurry, and now there's a ball search going on. It is. Had the glove. We had everything ready. Now we got a souvenir from a World Series game in which maybe his team will be winning.
Outside.
Think about the Skeens-Rhett Lauder matchup. It was as good a pitching duel as we've ever seen here in Omaha. And again, two more high first-round picks in this year's upcoming draft.
That was one we'll remember for a long time. Two of the most talented college pitchers you will ever see, both on their A+ game.
And, you know, there's a lot of things that happen that can get lost, like Ty Floyd. 17 strikeouts
in 8 innings.
Years from now, if they hang on to win this, when they talk about the College World Series, the Floyd performance, the Ackenhausen performance, playing with Skeens and White's homers, and Beloso hitting some bombs. Cooper closing deals. They'll have some fun at the expense of Thompson, but Thompson's got to say, I got a championship.
That's right.
Don't forget what I did in that final game either.
It's like Mike Purnell coming on again.
Want to take us to break, Berkey? Let's see what you got.
All Tigers here in this one, 10-2.
That's what you got?
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Good choice. Ooh, my lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Hello?
Sweet, my Pizza Hut order's here.
What are you guys?
We're turtles. Well, technically, mutant turtles.
Mikey, you know we're not supposed to bring humans down here.
You want me to just stroll right into a world-renowned culinary institution like Pizza Hut? I had to order delivery.
Makes sense.
Definitely.
Nice.
You're right.
What they say is true. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
I'm Mikey, and I sound like a commercial.
The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut, just $13.99.
Now that sounds like a commercial.
Smack to right field. It is over the wall. It's been a lot of celebrating right now for LSU, and it started With them down 2-zip in the top of the first, and they exploded 6 in the second, 4 more. Our game track shows that Thatcher Hurd has really been lights out, literally has given up no hits since the first 2 batters of the game. Everybody is sharing the sugar tonight. 7 players with at least 1 RBI. They are 7 for 15 with runners in scoring position. That brings on Blake Purnell.
A big double play last night. I mean, Blake Purnell came in the game. It looked like LSU may go on a run and win this thing in 2 straight, but instead rolled a double play. After that, it was kind of off and running. Doesn't need the double play right here, but needs to get the Gators out of this thing and see if they can get these bats going, because they are running out of time.
Picarata and Purnell, they knew their importance of their performance. Helped give the team a chance to win. Sully knew he needed somebody to step up, and those guys did. Thatcher Hurd, the star of the game tonight, and Milazzo left with an apparent bad ankle injury. He's in a boot. Watching the rest of this one, so this guy Hayden Travinsky, who is a big fella, will come up with the bases loaded. All right. Side armor throws that one in there for strike 1. There is a lot of power in this guy's bat. .6'3", 235. Purnell try to make quick work out of him.
Hey, Travinsky is a big part of this LSU story down the stretch. He did not get a lot of run early in the year as Brady Neal and Alex Milazzo got all the action, but down the stretch last couple months, he has been a huge source of offensive production for the Tigers.
Ball down.
How about Travinsky taking one up right above the letters and then taking one just below the knees?
That's the one that Purnell wants you to swing at. That's where he makes his living. So those 2 seniors are just down a little bit out of the zone. Travinsky doing a good job of forcing them into that zone.
Outside. Now you go full with nowhere to put him. Beloso on deck. Tell everybody we got a 3-2 count, 2 down. We're all going to start moving. Morgan, Dugas, and Pearson, they take off, and they're going to continue to run. Ball 4, bases loaded, walk. 11th run of the game as Morgan touches home. First time he has scored tonight. You can see when the bottom of the order is clicking, the relentless nature of this offense. Florida put up 24 yesterday. LSU sitting on 11 with the bases loaded. And Beloso, a line shot that's caught. He hit it hard again, and he is squaring it into the glove of Rivera. Bottom 7 coming up at the World Series.
Car designers can shape a piece of clay into a piece of art. So why don't they? At Nissan, things are different. They design cars that look like swords, gladiators, the future, or, wow. Nissan knows what thrill looks like because they design it into every car they make.
Are we close?
Turn left in 4 miles.
No.
¿Cuáles son tus intenciones con mi nieto?
What are your intentions with my grandson?
Life's little problems. Fixed. On Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google. Everyone can choose a Google Pixel starting at $2 a month. No trade-in required.
Today's Capital One rewarding performance is
Mr. Hurd. Thatcher Hurd, who was so good out of the bullpen against Wake Forest. That gets a start. He was better. 6 innings. Give up a leadoff single and a home run. He allowed 3 base runners after that. Did not allow a hit. So for third, Thatcher Hurd strikes out 7 in his 6 innings. He's put LSU in a prime position to win their 7th national title.
They turn it over to the big fella. Here's Riley Cooper, the junior, 6'2", 270 out of Fresno, California. Got a chance to live in some air conditioning yesterday. Everyone was out here watching that 24-2 game, and he was chilling. Wasn't feeling very well. A little stomach bug. But he is back on the mound here, and obviously a non-save situation with an ERA of 0. 4 appearances. He's given him 8 2/3, 4 hits, no runs. He has struck out 9 and walked 3, and he has been outstanding. Prior to this, he didn't have a save. Breaking pitch, center field. And that one is caught by Cruz. Not an easy one, right at him.
Oh, a little more carry than I thought. A little wry smile there after he finished that one off. Riley Cooper's first fastball was 87. It'd be interesting to see what kind of juice he has after yesterday being under the weather. He's been 92 to 94 for the most part this entire World Series.
This one driven to right, fairly deep. Joe Bear, he's at the wall. He'll leap. And did he catch it? No, it is over the wall for a homer. He came really close. But it's a home run and another one for Ty Evans. What an effort.
That's the most home runs in one player in the history of the College World Series. Ty Evans, take a bow, buddy. You just had one of the best weeks in Omaha anybody has ever had. The best from a power standpoint. A changeup that just kind of hangs out over the plate, and Ty Evans just enough. Joe Bear gets to the wall. It's in his glove. Wow.
That's Evans' 5th home run of this World Series. He had 4 homers all year.
He didn't start the first game here. Came off the bench, and he's started ever since.
This one is smoked to center. Now Cruz, he's going back, and this ballpark will hold it. Boy, what an incredible effort, Braden Joe Bear.
He times it up just right, KP, and he sticks it, and for whatever reason, the glove just didn't hold it. Oh, man, that one stings.
Yeah, he'll remember the 5 homers, but an empty feeling when you're doing it down 11-2. I mean, Cooper's just trying to accumulate outs. That's in there at 89. Went over and playing very deep. There's Thompson, and he's there to make the play. We head to the 8th inning, and we're starting to say we may not see these guys again on this field. This may be the final at bat for Dylan Cruz. When we come back to the World Series, up 11-3.
Son, Aces. We're all about it. Saturday at 3 on ABC.
This is Sadie. She's on Verizon, the network she can count on. And now she has my plan, the game-changing new plan that lets her get exactly what she wants and save on every perk. Sadie is moving to the big city and making moves on her plan too. Apple One, on. Now she's got plenty of entertainment for the whole ride. Finally there. Hotspot, on. And she's fully connected before her internet is even installed.
Hey, Mom. How's the apartment?
Introducing my plan. Get exactly what you want, only pay for what you need. Act now and get it for $25 when you bring your phones. It's your Verizon.
USAA? You were in the military?
No, my grandpa was. He passed membership to my mom, then me. Huh. Yeah, if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served, they could pass it to you.
I'll check it out.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
The Sonic 2 for $7 deal lets you choose from a Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, and 6-piece Mott Sticks. Any combination you want. It's like your birthday, but without that weird email from your dentist. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA consent is prohibited.
Yeah, he may join this list, man. Golden Spikes Award in the national championship. The last one to do it was Mark Cutts. Look who did it in 1980. Tito Francona, Tim Wallach. Dylan Cruz won the Golden Spikes Award, and he's trying to cap off a memorable collegiate career with a World Series championship.
How about National Freshman of the Year, two-time SEC Player of the Year, Golden Spikes winner, and potential national champion. That's a pretty good run.
That's a decent 3 years, Dylan.
And he turned down the draft, and I think it's one of the best stories in college baseball that a kid who had a chance at millions of dollars said no to have a college experience, and it doesn't get much better than the experience he's had.
And he is going to make many more millions than what he originally turned down. He's looking at a slot value. The #1 pick is around $9.7 million. Saw his dad. I know you did, KP, in the lobby today. Yeah. You know, he's sort of awestruck by all that's going on around his son Dylan. Hit there.
They are awesome people, though. Down to earth. You get to know his dad, you realize why Dylan's such a humble kid and hard worker, because I shook his hand after they won the game to get in the championship series, told him congratulations. He said, for what? We ain't done anything yet.
This one is to the gap, and here we got a chance to see Cruz run. This is screaming triple, and he is motoring, and he is in there with a head-first dive for a triple. Dylan Cruz showing off another one of those aspects that make him so desirable at the next level.
Go ahead and cap it off, kid. Just cap off a legendary career. He had a double at the box in his last at bat in Baton Rouge, and now a triple in what will likely be his last at bat as a Tiger, and he is Steph Curry in it to the ring finger right there.
Angel Reese of LSU. Women's basketball was the one I think a lot of people certainly watching tonight will remember. Cruz's second triple of the year, and he gets to do it here in Omaha. Yeah, there's Kim Mulkey, right? Angel Reese, of course, winning a championship. What do you think is going through Tommy White's head right now?
Get another ribby?
Not slow down.
There it is.
And that is another RBI. Cruz will come on in. White with that obscene 680, now like 690 batting average when Cruz is on base, delivers the 12th run for the Tigers. That's got to feel great for Dylan Cruz. And that was the guy that helped get Dylan Cruz to LSU right there. Paul Maneri got a hand in all this.
Dylan Cruz and Trey Morgan committed to LSU. Now we're committing to Paul Maneri. Softball catch, KP?
Softball bullpen right now. Yeah.
This place will go bananas when Skeens gets on the mound to close out a World Series championship.
Jay Johnson wasn't kidding. He said he will pitch tonight.
Yeah, on the mound tonight. It may be the 9th inning, maybe the 8th inning, but very much looks like you're not going through this exercise and not coming into a game. On the ground, seeing eye, single. White will just jam the brakes on there at second. And Trey Morgan continues the hit parade.
That's 18 of them tonight. for the Fighting Tigers. 18 hits for LSU and 10 free base runners. That's a lot of traffic.
And it cannot end soon enough for that guy right there, Kevin O'Sullivan. This is a Bayou party right here, fellas. That's what this became. That 6-run second and 4-run fourth.
Yeah, couldn't have started any better with the 2-run homer. A 0 in the first, a 2-run homer in the bottom half. From that moment on, it has been a Tiger parade.
Jay Johnson looking to become the first coach to win the World Series in his second year. When I told him that, he said, yeah, but I didn't get it done on my first.
I think they'll forgive it.
All in. 2 balls, no strikes. This is Gavin Dugas. In front of what, 12,000 Alex Box on average?
Yeah, they jam it. Yeah, 12 and a half, and they sell it out every time. There may be that many LSU fans here tonight.
Wait, what? There may be?
Maybe there's more
than 12 and a half.
There's 25,000 LSU fans.
That's what I said. There may be.
I'll take the over.
Yes. I was at DFW earlier today. I think there were 12,000 on the plane I was on. Sunday Night Baseball will be in Queens this weekend. It's the Giants and the New York Mets. We saw the Dodgers last night lose to the Houston Astros. Things tight in that West. Arizona's been outstanding. Here come the Giants. So Los Angeles has a little company this year, and of course the Mets have been looking up at the Braves all year long. The Philadelphia Phillies playing a little bit better baseball. Been a rough sled right now for the New York Mets. Buck Showalter in New York. We're loaded one more time. And a pitch to hit, fielded on the ground. The second for one. They will not turn the double play. And they now have their own 10-run lead. It's 13-3.
Pick here by Josh O'Bear. That was a tough chance. Erlin did all he could to finish it off, but Joe Bear just too fast down the line. Nevertheless, the Tigers had another.
A lot of questions about the impact of a 24-4 loss. We had a loss like that earlier this year, and Jay Johnson sent a GIF around, which was just a flush toilet. Like, let's get rid of that memory, and they went right home yesterday and basically got the day to just forget about it all because it was an early day game.
Yeah. As Johnson told us last night, we were walking, looked at Berkey and I said, you guys are golfers. I feel like that was match play and I just made it 20 on one hole. But I just lost a hole. That's it. I knew they still had a shot tonight. And a night after everyone in the offensive starting lineup for Florida scored, LSU was returned to favor and done the same thing tonight.
2-0 to Jordan Thompson, and now it's 2-1.
It's been a remarkable run. This LSU team was everybody's preseason.
Yes, they were hard.
They wore that crown for 3/4 of the season before they finally stumbled and lost a weekend, and Wake Forest took it over. But this has been the most famous team all year long. And their ability to rally the troops. Jay Johnson figured out the bullpen pieces we wanted to go with on the day 3 of a weekend. They have responded in incredible fashion here down the stretch.
It's Milazzo who has taken a seat, or I should say a stand. This one is to left field off the bat of Thompson. He's watching it, but it is going to be caught out there in left field. And touching home with the 14th run of the game is Morgan. They don't mind adding on here right now. They do not mind at all, because many of them sat through yesterday when it was the other way. Sack fly for Thompson. And a really good bounce back day for him. Watch out, another hit batter. That's the fourth. Pearson gets drilled. Been an ugly performance from the Gator pitchers tonight.
This one's been rough. They saw it happen to the other pitching staff last night.
With the exception of the first inning, they have had at least 5 come to the plate in every inning. Kyle gave you the one stat that every player from LSU has scored a run. Well, 9 different players have a hit. They've all scored a run, and they have an RBI. 9 different players. Great Marcamento delivering some notes tonight.
Nailed it.
What do you got? Skeens in the 8th or Skeens in the 9th? What do you think?
It's got to be the 9th, I would think. Unless you're going to bring him in the 8th, and you think he's going to finish it.
Guidry? Looks like Guidry.
I think it's Guidry in the 8th, and then Skeens just starting to throw him out.
A pomp and circumstance for all the folks that made the trip here to Omaha. Watch maybe the greatest pitcher in LSU history walk off the mound for the World Series. Skeens has been compared to the Steven Strasburgs, Mark Pryors, Josh Beckett's. He knows there are things he needs to improve on, and particularly the secondary pitches. And there's a shot. Rivera makes a nice play from the hole. Strong arm. Wow, nice play. Rivera off the bag, though. They say it was Heyman. So we'll keep it going for the Tigers.
That is a big league arm.
Yes, it is.
Watch him get these feet organized and put that right foot in the ground and rip it. Yes, Luke Heyman just couldn't quite keep the right foot. Just a touch off the bag.
Heck of an arm by Josh Rivera. Travinsky now makes it 10 with a hit. And Beloso will end it. We'll see if Skeens comes out for the 8th or it's going to be Guidry first. It's all LSU. The NCAA Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Bravo! For buying a treadmill? You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase. Yeah. And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
What's in your wallet?
I'm saving with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. You could save $700 just by switching.
Oh, let me put a reminder on my phone. On the top of the pile.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Lowe's knows you want to make the most of your summer. That's why we're offering the hottest deals of the season, so your summer is full of fun and savings. Shop top 4th of July deals now, in-store or online.
Wendy's is open until midnight or later. So give in to those cravings. Get that Baconator.
Give me one honk if you want a Baconator. Let me get that beat for 6 strips of bacon. Oh, there it is.
When I say bacon, you say ain't or bacon.
Woo! Let me get a toot on the mega.
All right.
Okay. Now, when I say...
Dude.
Sorry.
When the craving strikes, go night mode and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Baconator.
Hey, I'm Scott Van Pelt getting set for SportsCenter. Tigers 6 outs away from a national championship. We'll bring you live reaction from Omaha, plus highlights from every Major League Baseball game, including the Mets looking to try to bounce back behind Verlander. Ravi, this LSU team and their fans putting on a show out there, my man.
As you know, man, there have been no breaks after yesterday's 24-4 loss. People wondered how they would sleep, how they'd get up, and how they'd respond. And the answer came fairly quickly with 10 runs in the first 4 innings. Skeens will have to wait, but that's going to happen. First, it's Gavin Guidry, the freshman, making his 23rd appearance. The Lake Charles, Louisiana native with some terrific numbers. And just another piece of a bullpen Jay Johnson's looking forward to seeing come back.
Yeah, big part of the bullpen. He may be the shortstop next year.
Yeah.
Ultimately, Guidry's not going to pitch this summer. He's just going to play short, focus on offense, but has been a giant part of their bullpen this year. It's low to mid 90s with an outstanding breaking ball.
Celebration has begun. So you take away game 2. This is what the LSU pitchers have done, and you'll have a game like you did game 2. Sub 2, 21 walks, 87 strikeouts. Floyd gives you 17, but the bullpen in the best 2 out of 3. If you have 1 egg and you have 2 dominant performances, guess who wins the championship?
Yeah, the pitching staff has been incredible, and again, you give them the 1 mulligan on a day where things got a little goofy, but this wasn't what people were expecting from LSU to start this postseason.
Yeah, right field, Curlin, and exit stage right. He got into that thing, and it flew out in a hurry. The freshman takes Guidry to the pen.
That from the freshman.
Kid's supposed to be in high school still. This was supposed to be his senior year. He left early. Berkey, that's number 17 on the year, and this one wasn't even close.
Now, how about getting below a fastball down and away? Heads up, Mr. Skeens. 17 homers, his first one of the postseason. What a future Cade Curlin has.
What a future Wyatt Langford has. He's up now, and he swings at the first elevated pitch, and that's another souvenir for a fan here. Although, if anyone's going to try to get it, it's going to be Morgan. He'll go try to get that.
He usually does get it.
Wake Forest beaten by LSU twice. They had to do the second one without Nick Kurtz, as you're talking about great first baseman.
Langford's last at bat here in the Gator uniform. We talked about Cruz's career. Wyatt Langford, Kevin O'Sullivan said he's got to be the best pure hitter he's coached. Now, obviously, Pete Alonso and Jonathan India are major league stars, but at Florida, the 2 years he's put up, as good as anybody in that uniform.
He also has put his head down and is just running hard all the way to second base before that ball is caught in foul territory by Dugas. And that would likely be the end of Wyatt Langford's career, historical as it was. His next stop will be with a Major League Baseball team.
What's so impressive about Langford, there are plenty of things, is he didn't play his freshman year. And there's a lot of guys who don't play their freshman year and they go somewhere else.
Yep.
He did. He hung around. He's turned himself into a lock top 5 overall pick and one of the best hitters in the country.
Caglione was the starter and just didn't have his stuff tonight, so he came out quickly. And it will be a disappointing College World Series for another guy that is going to make an impact at the next level in some way, whether throwing 99 or with that 33 home run potential in his bat that we've seen this year realized.
Switch it up, bring it up.
You lean towards pitching. Not a lot of lefties throwing 99.
Yeah, you know, it's fascinating that he's hit 33 homers and has 90 ribbies, and I still think his highest ceiling's on the mound. The reality is he plays in an era now where he doesn't have to make that decision, and the team might let it play itself out.
That's been a tough night for Keggs. 3 strikeouts, was hit by a pitch, and obviously didn't throw his best on the mound, but still a year to where he has led the country in home runs with 33, and he will be back next year, just a sophomore.
Now Rivera. He swings and misses, and Guidry's got a good slider working there at 83. Like Rivera projecting as a major leaguer.
Oh, yeah.
Rolls one to the shortstop. Thompson. Offline, safe. He dragged Turner, Morgan, I should say, off the bag. So Rivera will reach.
I think Josh Rivera can play shortstop in the big leagues. The offense has made a gigantic jump this year, and he's proven that he can hit the ball in the ballpark and drive in runs, but that glove is going to allow him to play this game for a while.
A.T. Ryapel, strike one. LSU's got 53 wins on the season. They went 19-10 in the SEC. This will be their first World Series title since 2009. Poor Skip Hartman was the man from the mid-'80s to the 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a while for the Tigers because that's just what an incredible run they were on from 91 to 09. They're back to the mountaintop now.
DJ LeMahieu's and Alex Bregmans of the world that were part of this, all watching very closely as that's the third out of the 8th inning. Ryapel retired. One more inning to go before they take home another title. Back to Baton Rouge. It is the year of the Tigers.
The NCAA is instrumental in Team USA's success at the Olympics. At the Summer Games, over 75% of Team USA's athletes competed collegiately, representing over 150 U.S. colleges and universities across Divisions 1, 2, and 3. And now they compete to bring home medals for our nation. The college athlete experience, a building block for success. The NCAA is proud Olympians and Paralympians are made here.
RAV4, Highlander, Tacoma, Tundra, the name that matters most, North Shore Toyota.
Shop a great selection of new Toyotas, all backed with our complimentary lifetime warranty.
North Shore Toyota, convenient from anywhere, I-12 and 190 in Covington.
North Shore Toyota is your used car headquarters. Cars, trucks, and SUVs Toyota certifies. Nearly every make and model in stock with below market prices.
North Shore Toyota, convenient from anywhere, I-12 and 190 in Covington.
At Legacy Buick GMC, we're knocking deals out of the park this month.
Right now, save $8,000 off MSRP on a 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. Plus, well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 60 months when you finance with GM Financial and make no payments for 90 days.
So come shop with us in Slidell or online at LegacyBuickGMC.com.
The LSU Tigers have got a lot of people that have contributed to this run through the course of the season. Tonight, White delivers. Pearson goes over the wall. And yes, Angel Reese, Dylan Cruz, they point to the finger, and that means we are going to be national champions. And yes, Angel Reese tweets out, Baseball team, national champs 2. Heard you.
Well, he gets another one. We thought the triple was the end.
Yeah, we
did. He gets one more.
We did. LSU has won 6 national championships. They've been in 18 College World Series. And one more shot for Dylan Cruz. And why wouldn't you just lace one back up the middle? Become batting practice for Dylan Cruz. Triple, single, and the bench bowing down to Cruz for what he's done. I don't blame him.
4 more hits tonight. 3 singles and a triple.
About it, 110 hits. 110 hits on the season for Dylan Cruz.
We will keep that baseball as a memento for Dylan Cruz. He'll have a whole bunch of memories. 4 more hits for Cruz.
All lasers tonight.
No softies. 108 hits on the season. White sends this one to the line in right, and that is just going to be foul. So Paul Skeens has come in from the bullpen. And unless he enters the there's an indicator. I think we're going to see Skeens unless he's fooling everybody. Going to see him on the mound tonight. Trade one more sight of Paul Skeens for a national championship, wouldn't you? Take the ring.
Oh yeah, they're not
worried about that.
No.
You know, part of what you hear with LSU, and obviously when you have a team that wins as many as they do, is this chemistry thing. But Johnson has had them together all year, and you bring in a bunch of guys from the portal and have to have them fit in. It's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world to do.
No, and that's where Trey Morgan, Gavin Dugas, Braden Gilbert, Cade Beloso come in so important. I mean, you've got guys that all 4 of them grew up around there, led this program from the time that they were growing up, and they welcomed them all.
What an answer to a 24-4 loss. A 10-run lead of your own.
This game will teach you to have a short memory. Any team that's ever played at a high level all has a story of a day where it went sideways on them and they were able to flush it and recover. This is about as loud of an example of that as I can remember on the biggest stage. But in some ways, and we talked about it yesterday, like when you lose like that, it's about 6th inning, 7th inning. Emotionally, you've kind of already started. Yeah, and like you said, it was a day game, so there was extra time to recover. And of course, once that offense got rolling, it was all downhill from there.
White, that's a fair ball. That's past the dive of the third baseman Halter. Cruz is not stopping. He's coming home. He'll score. White into second. 15-4. The LSU Tigers thrashing the Gators. Well, we've all been impressed by Ellie De La Cruz running the bases. Dylan Cruz got another gear. When he goes, it's a blur.
Yeah, when he smells another 90, there's a little bit more in the tank. And it's the exact same thing right here down the line. I mean, he peaks. We're not peaking anymore. He pulled up just for a minute. Thought maybe he was going to get the stop sign. Did not. Scores all the way from first base, and Tommy Tanks drives in yet another run.
That ties him for the national lead with 105 ribbies. How about this? Cruz started the day with 97 runs, and he scored 3 to get to 100. They now have 2 players, or a player that has scored 100 and driven in 100.
Keep it going here. This one goes all the way to the wall. And another double for Trey Morgan, 16-4. And everybody is pointing to what ultimately is going to be given to them, a College World Series ring. This is not a walk Kevin O'Sullivan wanted to make. Down by 12 in the ninth, nobody out. Nesbitt coming out. Been a party since about the fourth inning for LSU. "16 runs, 22 hits. Cruz and Skeens. You'll never see it again at LSU, but you're never going to forget it either."
For every purpose, for every path, for every soul, for every season, there's a Ram.
During the Ram 4th of July sales event, get 10% below MSRP on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Wendy's is open until midnight or later. So give in to those cravings. Get that Baconator.
Give me one honk if you want a Baconator. Let me get that beat for 6 strips of bacon. Oh, there it is.
When I say bacon, you say Ader. Bacon.
Woo! Let me get a toot on the mega.
All right.
Okay. Now, when I say...
Dude.
Sorry.
When the craving strikes, go night mode and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Baconator.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Tony, let's go out to dinner.
I'm in. I love my new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Just step in and go.
Maybe we should just stay in.
Easy to take off, too. You don't even have to bend over.
Wait, let's go someplace fancy.
They also come in max cushioning for ultimate comfort. Try new max cushioning hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
We're back. It is a 16-4 game right now. We're trying to teach some new tricks when it comes to dancing. We had the sprinkler going, Gator Chomp going. It's pretty. Yeah, this party's just started. It's not going to end either until we get back to Baton Rouge. You mentioned it, Berkey. 100+ RBIs and 100 runs scored from 2 different guys. It's not something you're likely to see again for a long, long time.
I don't think it's ever happened, and I don't think it ever will. It's incredible what those two have been able to do. And the Tommy White batting average with Dylan Cruz on base is
that's unheard of.
It actually went down tonight. No, it didn't. It went up. He's 3 for 4. Yeah, 750 tonight, and so we're now nearing 700.
Yeah, that's just a really strange, incredible number. That's a great scene there. Unfortunately, one guy, Alonso's got crutches, but getting a hug from the ultimate teammate. Transfer from Air Force, Paul Skeens. Jamison center field, and Langford is there to make the play. Morgan will advance to third base.
Gavin Dugas, that's one heck of a run, young man. Guy was worn number 8 the last couple years in his last AB.
Only one team gets the chance to do this at the end of a baseball season. And this year, it's the LSU Tigers. 22 hits. Yesterday, Florida had 23 hits, which was a single game record tying number. So the next hit will match what the Gators did yesterday in the World Series for number of hits in a game. How does a team answer? And this is such Such a great example for anybody out there watching. You lose 24-4. It doesn't mean the world ended. It means the game ended. That one will tie the record, and Jobert has blasted another. 18 runs for the Tigers. And when Braden Jobert gets on a roll, we are witnessing it tonight. A no-doubter.
Wow. They just keep on coming.
Talk about hitting being contagious, Berkey. It looks like a beach ball to all of them since inning 2.
All right, Dad. Yeah, it's just been a hit parade. And
a hit parade.
I mean, you can't believe how much this game has literally flipped from yesterday to today. With both of these offenses that are extremely talented have been showing off over the last 2 days. The Tigers won an epic one in game 1, and then the last 2 have just been run-scoring parties.
Blowout city. And again, Thatcher Hurd took that offense of Florida yesterday and put it in his back pocket in his start tonight.
Outside.
Names that will go down in the history of LSU as far as baseball players go. Sky high pop-up. Wyatt Langford is there to make the play. Check out the smoothness of the left-handed stroke of Jobert.
One last Joe bomb, a hanging breaking ball, and does it get any prettier than that follow through? Braden Jobert, lean back on it, young man. Enjoy the ride. One of the sweetest swings you will see in baseball, and what a way to finish it off.
Jared Jones going to get a chance to hit here, the freshman out of Marietta, Georgia. USC's got 12 national titles. LSU with this one will move to 7.
0-1. Second all time.
Second all time.
Yeah, the tie with the Longhorns.
Yep. And they came out of the losers bracket, which is a difficult thing to do. They had to win 4 times in 4 days. Dealt with some one-run games along the way. Jones, pump your fists as he's bouncing to first base. That's the 24th hit. So guess what that means?
Another record?
Another record. 23 was the game tying one yesterday that Florida did. Then LSU tied it tonight, and they break it thanks to Jared Jones.
It's just crazy. I mean, the whole tournament was pitching defense.
Yes.
Nobody had scored more than 7 runs in a game until yesterday. And we got back-to-back record-setting offensive nights.
How about this, too? Since the start of 2017, there have been 6 College World Series. This will be the 5th different SEC team to win.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing when a conference school wins a ton of them and maybe it's just 1 or 2 programs, but 5 different programs since 2017 from the Southeastern Conference will be the champs. That is an incredible run from one conference.
Well, one thing to be a trendsetter, like Angel Reese was, saying, yep, we got ourselves a natty, and it's contagious. Cruz, give me one. I'll take one. Yep, give me one too.
So yeah, USAA, they always have my back.
USAA? You were in the military?
Oh no, I wasn't, but my grandpa was. He joined USAA, passed membership to my mom, then to me.
There's other ways to get in?
Yeah. My neighbor Ron, he's in because his wife served. Even little Luna, once she's born, her dad served.
So all this time I could have had USAA insurance.
And banking.
Where's my phone?
Over there.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
For every purpose, for every path, for every soul, for every season, there's a Ram.
During the Ram 4th of July sales event, get 10% below MSRP on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Post-game ceremony, NCAA trophy presentation. Please tune over to ESPN+. That's where you can find the coronation of an incredible season for the LSU Tigers. We'll get some post-game reaction. Of course, SVP and SportsCenter will as well. Paxton Kling has moved into left field. And all they need now are 3 outs to claim a championship. They'll be fitted for rings, and they will be celebrated forever in LSU lore. Everybody delivers a hit. Everybody scores. Everybody has an RBI. 9 different players. You think back to, they beat Wake Forest, the overall #1 seed. Trey Morgan doesn't come blowing in from first base. We may not be in this position. Season-saving play.
In 3 straight elimination games just to get to the finals.
And Josh Pearson made a game-saving catch in game 1 of this series.
Making the throw. There you go. Thompson, a perfect strike for the first out. Been a bit of a struggle for him, but he made a perfect throw, and they are 2 outs away. The LSU Tigers identify Jay Johnson as the guy they wanted to lead this program, having brought Arizona to Omaha. Johnson did not want to leave, but he knew there was one place that would give him the opportunity to win every single season. He went in, he brought Skeens over from Air Force. Tommy White ends up with 100+ RBIs. Dylan Cruz will end up as a top 1 or 2 draft pick. And the formula has led to this. And there will be a ton of emotion as soon as they get this last out. Dale Thomas will be the guy at the plate.
No.
Thatcher Hurd was outstanding tonight. Cooper, Skeens, Herring. They've had so many different players contribute.
Oh.
And And this place is ready to explode in celebration.
Oh.
3 balls and a strike. Not yet. Single in the left field keeps it going.
Good on Dale Thomas right there, too. First at bat of the game, gets a chance to go up there. Gets himself a knock in the finals.
Colby Halter. Strike number 1 from Guidry. Now a strike away. And this crowd clad in gold and purple have moved Alex Box north here to Charles Schwab Field. Guidry set to deliver. You guys remember seeing a crowd so one-sided in this 25,000 seat place? I mean, come on.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State traveled pretty well.
They did.
But there's a whole lot of purple and gold in there.
There it is. And for the first time since 2009 and 7th overall, the Tigers can say, we are champions.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
An amazing turn of events, fellas, after getting trounced 24-4. 24-4 yesterday, less than 24 hours, 27 hours later, they come back, score 18 with a record-setting 24 hits of their own and just destroy the Gators.
Well, from the start of the season, everybody identified the Tigers as the most talented team in the country. It wasn't always perfect, but they figured out a formula on the mound down the stretch. And today we saw the talent of this roster shine through. And once they put a 6-spot up in the second inning, it was all Tigers from there.
It's crazy to watch, right? I mean, what we talk coming in is, are they going to have enough pitching besides Paul Skeens? Ty Floyd struck out 27 in 2 starts here at the College World Series, and ultimately the rest of that bullpen and pitching staff one of the main reasons why. How about Paul Skeens throwing Milazzo on his back and taking him out there too?
He's thrown the team on his back all year. Here's Chris.
Coach, you're shaking your head. When you met with this team in August, you said this was possible. How'd they make it into a reality for this team?
Right people, right place, right time. This was the way it's supposed to go. And probably more impressive than winning the national championship is they were national champions every single day from the first meeting till the last pitch tonight.
Some of those right people, Paul Skeens, Dylan Cruz, and a whole group of others that will play their last game in a gold and purple uniform. What has this experience been like coaching them?
Ride of a lifetime. Those guys don't ever come along, and we had 2 of them on the same team, and they're better players than people. They're the leaders of this thing, and I'm literally speechless because all these guys had was the massive expectations all year long, and they met them, and they didn't just meet them by winning the national championship. They met them every single day.
There's a lot of pressure when you take that job at LSU to coach this baseball team and you win a championship. What does it mean to bring a trophy back to Baton Rouge?
Let's go!
Congratulations. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris. Well, he's got that right. Let's go, and they're going to keep on going. The once-in-a-lifetime combination of White and Cruz offensively, but as he just alluded to, the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to coach somebody like Paul Skeens and Cruz doesn't happen. That guy right there, Paul Skeens, our Capital One tournament most outstanding player. Didn't have to use him tonight, much to the relief, I'm sure, of many people. But man, there's no more dominant pitcher on the planet in college baseball than Paul Skeens, and one we may not see for a long time either.
You talk about the offensive superlatives, and obviously, Cruz and Tommy White were a big part of that. Paul Skeens just had one of the best collegiate baseball seasons on the mound that we've ever seen, and caps it off with just a little bit more hardware here in Omaha. Now he's going to hear his name called very, very early here in about 2 weeks.
Go ahead, Chris, if you're ready.
Yeah, Dylan's got the hardware. How's this feel, my friend?
Oh my gosh, this is what I've dreamed of ever since I was a freshman. This moment right here, holding this trophy, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't put words to it. We're champions, baby. Bring it back to LSU. Let's go.
You bet on yourself to come to college and not go in the draft when you were a senior in high school, but part of it was also to experience all this. What's it like to be able to celebrate a national championship?
I mean, it's been a long journey for us, you know, dealt with a lot of stuff, and, you know, just to finally say that we're national champions, I mean, I cannot wait to put another flag over at the field. It's going to be awesome.
Congratulations. Enjoy it, Dylan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Couldn't get Dylan Cruz out all year. Couldn't get him out here tonight. Skeens, 21 strikeouts in 2 games, 209, set a record past Ben McDonald. Alex Malazos in a boot. He certainly gets a lot of credit here. I mean, as individual as these guys can be, the team showed up tonight.
They did. It was the bottom half of the lineup was incredible, right? Then the stars kind of poured it on late. But Dylan Cruz and Paul Skeens, 2 of the best ambassadors for college baseball that we could ever ask.
So that is Let's Go spelled G-E-A-U-X.
Yes, it is.
Not G-O tonight. The Tigers are national champs again.
And that will do it for us. Want to say thank you to our entire crew, led by Scott Johnson and Scott Gustafson. The day crew, Billy Palladino and Jeff Evers. Of course, Mike Monaco, who is here, Eduardo Perez, Chris Budden, Danny Wexelman, for Kyle Peterson, Chris Burke. I'm Carl Ravitch. One more time, this is for our buddy Kyle Brown as well. Thanks so much. Congratulations to the LSU Tigers. Post-game ceremony, trophy presentation on ESPN+. Sports Center with SVP right now.